does. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
Again. So stick around. So stick around.
world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. Know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so don't let it go. Cause you'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. Know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so say you need me. Don't let go. Know you feel say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too
I need you again. So stick around. So stick around.
Leave the world around us.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing? We back at the motherfucking circus, y'all. Back at the motherfucking circus. We got the money-making circus out here. We got the money-making circus out here. Yeah, I know she does every time I go live. She pops on, but no need to come over here and mention it. Appreciate you, though. Hello, Ellie Mae. How are you? I'm sure you're going to... Look. She's hot and bothered today. Soon as she's seen the title to my motherfucking live. At JLR, at Molly Speak on Lil Skid Row. News updates from Seth Rogers. Boom. Immediately. She was like, yup. I'm going to go. I'm going live. Fuck this. She ain't going to talk about me to my folks. Shit, we got a crybaby to the left. We got a crybaby to the right. I heard we had a motherfucking crybaby in last night. Just out of nowhere, being racist and everything, huh, Savage? Telling Mint and Mama to go choke on a burrito because she's Mexican. That's fucking cute. That's real cute. And your little hate-filled fucking spewed. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start doing Queen Bee Unbuzzed every night. We're going to start doing that every night. Yeah, I don't watch her either. Small town girl. I don't think anybody does anymore. She had like maybe 200 people in there last night. Piece of shit. That's fucked up. Since nobody wants to call it the fuck out, I'm gonna go ahead and just speak on it now because fuck that. That's foul as hell. And if you don't believe that it was said, you can go on her stream last night about what, 14 minutes in? Is that right, Mitten Mama? What is it, 14 minutes in or so? And go listen for yourself. Go give it a little listen. That's what I'm pretty sure it's 14 minutes in. Oh, sorry, 18 minutes in. It was, Mitten Mama, 18 minutes in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 18 minutes in. Okay. Yeah, I'm just hearing about that shit. Foul ass shit. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Little Skid's over there mad as fuck. She is mad as fuck. Yeah, better yet, save your view. Don't contribute to the hate. But if any clippers want to go clip it, go ahead. Well, yeah, when she gets real desperate for fucking views, she'll pull up some bullshit and try to do a stream on me or talk shit. Yeah, it's pretty fucking desperate. Get your cry. I seen she got her little crybaby bottle out. Jealous little crybaby bitch. That's what that is. That's all that is. So I don't speak on that bullshit. All right, this is from the Kool-Aid channel, and she clipped it. Okay, we got it. I mean, I got it clipped too, but she got it clipped and already out. So I'm gonna share her. Here's the StreamYard link. Let me pin that real quick. My birds are going off today. They said, "Fuck all you motherfuckers talking shit over there in that motherfucking stream, bitch." Oh, and you mad about what I showed yesterday? What's one tragedy pimp to another? You want to show your amount of money? You go ahead and show it. But let's not forget, you was asking money too for you had your little cash app up because Dolly sent you $100 for your little wedding bullshit. Cons to the right, scammers to the left, eh, baby? All right, this is from the Kool-Aid channel. I'm gonna drop their link right here. Let's see here. Let me rewind to the start here. Yeah, it's called the Kool-Aid. Okay, so it's called the Kool-Aid, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, the Kool-Aid. So I'm gonna drop their link in here. When they used to do streams on Molly, I used to support this channel nonstop. Molly took it down like 3 or 4 times, being a little bitch. And I didn't know. I don't even know if it might not even be the same person actually running the channel. But either way, I used to heavily support this channel prior to it being taken down by Molly.
She needs a lawyer for what? What happened with this lady? Does somebody want to call in or explain it real quick? Because let me tell you something, Betty. If you're listening to this, you are really looking terrible right now. I mean, if you needed $10,000, why didn't you? I don't understand how you're the one that got the opportunity with the Idaho 4 family, but you let Olivia take the credit. You came up with all the questions. You arranged it. Olivia never would have gotten that interview without you. She wouldn't have gotten the subs without your work. There's no way possible that Olivia made less than $10,000 on that one video.
Which I don't think I'm gonna tell you right now, in my humble opinion here, I don't think Betty got that fucking interview. I think Olivia got that interview because Olivia knew, or the family, they knew that their daughter followed Olivia. So, oh, here I pinned the wrong one. I pinned this. Let me pin the StreamYard link because I pinned Kool-Aid's channel here. Yeah. Anyways, they yeah, she looks terrible, don't she? She does. She looks really bad.
And she's an idiot because she didn't cut it up into several parts. Had she cut up that interview in several parts, she would have made 4 times as much money. But then again, we are talking about Olivia. Olivia can't do shit on her own. But I will tell you something, Bullhorn Betty. My advice, it would probably be wise to keep your mouth fucking shut about Jonathan Lee Riches. And you know why. And the fact that you just don't fuck.
She said, and you know why. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know why.
Learn that it's your goddamn mouth that gets you into all these fucking problems. Superfluous bullshit, to be quite honest with you. It's just because you just want to fucking own fucking YouTube. Nobody owns YouTube. Nobody, okay? Not even Logan Paul, okay? I seen you on a video. I was watching.
Hold on, let's see here. I don't follow Savage, but I follow Mint Mama, and she makes tacos often. I don't think it was racist to tell her to make them when she does that all the time. I don't think she told her to make them. I think she told her to go choke on one, actually.
Watching on the Deep Dive channel. It was when reality TV was booming and it showed you dancing. I swear, dancing. Really? Oh, she has racked him over the coals. She's jealous. So I don't believe she said she was in love with him. She never told me she was in love with him. I will tell you one secret. I mean, since everything's out. Oh, Betty's not gonna like me for this. You know, Betty, since you're such an asshole, I'm gonna give everybody a nice juicy little tidbit. Just because you're a shit fucking friend. You guys want to know something about Bullhorn Betty and Jonathan Lee Riches? Who wants to know? Tell me.
Yeah, if it was only that fucking comment made and that was the only one made, I might say that too, Dewan, but that's not the first comment made. That's not the only comment she's made. And RLR, she always fucking eats. She feeds her fucking face nonstop. This is what she does. Normally, we don't even play her like this. I normally will keep the screen covered, but this is the Kool-Aid's channel, so this is her clip, and I don't want to be rude and keep it covered up or whatever, you know, so.
Oh, this is juicy. Not as juicy as, you know. But this is a good one.
But yeah, she's nonstop shoves her fucking face. Like this happens all the time, daily, like all the time. What's up, Ellie? How you doing, baby?
Oh my God, it's me. But look at my funny picture. Like it's cropped weird, but I thought it looked funny with like Willow's ear. Like, she's not gonna think it's me.
Oh, I do see it now.
I know. I was like, all right, I'll just keep it. It kind of looks funny.
Yes, it does. I do see it. What you up to, chick?
I was just listening to you, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, Olivia is the one that like. Remember, Kaylee followed her on Instagram, and that's the only reason she got the interview. Remember,
Right.
Or not Instagram, on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah,
TikTok. Yeah, on TikTok. Yeah, and so that was like how she made the connection. So it had nothing to do with like Bullhorn getting that interview, right? At all. Or did I just break up?
No, you're here.
Oh, okay, good.
No, I think Olivia got the interview because they followed her on TikTok.
Yeah, totally. Crazy. I mean, she says a lot about she probably knows about JLR and her, you know, because she was with them during that time, right? So you could tell if somebody, right, is, you know, dating because she was with them, right? She was hanging out with them and stuff for Heels on the when they were all together, Heels on the ground, right?
Hold on, I cut out.
Oh, okay.
And Voices, you should be up here, baby. Can you hear me?
Voices.
I made it.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know if you could hear me. I was cutting out my. Hold on.
I think that's
Okay,
when I came up. I think that's when I came up when I clicked the link. That's when it cut you out.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I could hear, and then all of a sudden, boom, it was gone. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, my sound is gone.
Does anybody else realize that? Did it click for anybody else? Like, I know that everybody told me that Molly's not a friend to anybody all those years back, right? Molly's not a friend to anybody. But when nobody was there for me, when my mom died, Molly was there for me, right? So I was always willing to overlook that from her. But now we see this, and she's gonna go and do nothing but dirt Betty, right? So this tells you that she's really not a friend to anybody. Even if you think in a moment that she is, she's really not.
Yeah, like a friend to everybody is a friend to none, they say, right?
Yep.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Most exactly right. Lee, hold on. Lee said, I just told BHB the Magnolia was an upgrade to her. You're going to be blocked for another 10 years.
Funny. I think Magnolia is good for JLR. She's always eating.
I do too. Because, I mean,
yeah,
like, he's always dressed in black. He's always dressed in black. He's terrible. He's horrible. He's always in a bad mood. How do you know? You don't even fuck with him. How you know he's in a bad mood?
Probably spent about like 24 hours, not like, a few days, like throughout time together. You know what I mean? Probably not that long, like here and there whenever they went on the scene together, Probably not like too many, I don't know. It was probably much bigger.
She's like, we were on the road together for 2 years.
Not.
No, you wasn't.
Why wasn't he at Quentin Simons? Because he wasn't at Quentin Simons at all. Not one fucking time.
Mostly like Gabby Petito probably peaked then during that.
No, because JLR was calling her. Remember, Betty wanted to leave, and she's like, "No, JLR told me the numbers are still holding. We need to stay."
Oh, what at Quentin? You mean?
Yes, when they were down at Quentin's, Betty kept talking about leaving.
She talked to him on the phone, but he never showed up down there. Dolly did.
Right.
And I always wondered why JLR was the one that paid for it, allegedly, because the remark was made that they slept together in the same car. She's trying to say that it was said that they slept together. So if JLR and her were together, I'm sure that probably started a big ass fucking fight. And maybe that's why he paid for the lawsuit, maybe allegedly. I don't know.
Well, I think that wasn't that in Idaho when they went to Idaho because at that point she was letting Dolly make all the arrangements and he said he was a fly by the
Michael Vaughn.
Yes, fly by the pants.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And someone else made the comment up here, and she used that to try and sue me. she used someone else making the comment up on my panel to try and sue me with it. Said so the rumor was about Dolly and her, but if her and JLR were together and JLR allegedly paid for the lawsuit, I'm wondering if that ain't why.
Yeah. Like at Quentin, I feel like during the Quentin Simon, like I feel like she was more. Remember? I don't remember they all went to eat and we were, I don't know. It just seemed like they liked each other. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that, allegedly, in my opinion. The way that he was like had his arm around her chair, but that was
about that, Ellie. That's a good point.
That was before PJ, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Or I think PJ had maybe was at the beginning, but at the beginning of a relationship,
she was just starting to come around. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
She told me. Jonathan told me that if I told anybody about us, that he'd fucking kill me. He was embarrassed of her.
Oh, wait.
And then I found out that second night, what was it, the first night, when Jonathan Lee Richard says, all right, Marissa, I guess I'm sleeping in your room. She goes, I was so jealous. I go, jealous of what? And she goes, I was afraid that if you two did something, well, I'm fucking married. She goes, I told him I would kill him if something happened. You believe that? Yeah. So she said that if anybody found out, if anybody finds out about us, we'll fucking kill you. Yeah. He's a
Well, Marissa's not going to out that, and JLR's safe. He's not a Backstreet Boy or a New Kid on the Block or an NSYNC member. She's not looking to sleep with him. Not looking to sleep with
I
an
mean, he
ordinary
did
man.
do 10 years in federal fucking prison, so we're not
Do you
dealing with
believe her?
Backstreet Boy here.
You guys believe her? Because other people were like, I don't believe anything she says, because she did take like a long time to come up with like the story. She was like waiting. She's like, I got some really good thing, and Betty's not gonna like it. You know, she the way that she like led up to it, she was like,
I mean,
feels
do
that she
any of them
took
tell
too long.
Do any of them tell the full
No, that's
No.
Molly, Ellie. That's
Well,
I don't
Molly.
think we're ever going to get the full truth from any of them.
Yeah. No, I know. But
That's
like, why
true.
would she lie about like? I mean, that's whatever. I mean, I guess that she could lie that he's embarrassed by her. That's something you could lie about. But it sounds like she knows that they were together. You know, I mean, there was like those police reports said they were together. Didn't she call him her boyfriend or something, or ex-boyfriend or something?
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
They definitely dated. Whatever. Nothing wrong with it. It probably like started like when they were going to Trump rallies and stuff, I would think. Right?
Well, it's pretty logical. You got the same interests. You got the same
Yeah.
goals. You spend a lot of time together. It's pretty logical that you would end up together, right?
Yeah. True crime and Trump. That'd be a good channel name. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Trump and the true crime.
Yeah, Trump into true. Oh, that would be funny. Oh my God.
You guys take that. We want credit.
Here we go.
Yeah.
America. And then I pay for his hotel. I paid for their hotel room, pay for all their food, all their gas, their rental cars, all the. It was my Patreons that bought the equipment. Because remember, Lauren Betty wanted to steal all my Patreons. She wanted to steal all my subs. She gave strict demands to Olivia and Jonathan. We're no longer going to associate with Molly Golightly, even though she
That
fucking
is
hates her.
true.
Oh, by the way,
That is
that
all
was-
true. Yep, that is all true because
Damn.
it is Molly's sub Aya that bought 90% of the stuff on their wish list. I mean, it was thousands of dollars. I spent hours, days on the phone with Aya because Aya felt like she was being taken. She had been totally taken advantage of and bamboozled. There were 3 other women also.
Oh, did you see what Good Egg wrote? No, JLR was definitely embarrassed by her. It was making her hide it. I don't think they dated, although I think she was delusional, was throwing herself at him. I think they probably hooked up, but she was like, okay, we're dating now. Probably. I don't know. You know how some girls are like, oh, okay. We hooked up that a couple of times, you know? It might have just been like one of those friends with benefits kind of things. I mean, everybody's had those, you know?
Okay, but Ellie, you got to back up because you spend more time on your knees than on your back.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm starting this. Hold on.
I was the one who paid for all of the dog food, $120 worth of dog food for Candace's dogs, and then the $600+ of food for both their churches. That was me. I literally reimbursed them for their hotel, and all she did was try to take my fucking subs that I worked for years. So you want to know something, Betty? All you do is use people. You had an older lady. There was an older woman who was in my Patreon called, what was her name? Ava? Essa? Anybody remember that lady? Marva? You know what she did? Over on Betty got a bunch of cameras, pen cameras, equipment, put it on a wish list. Aja, AJA, yeah? Aya, AYA, that's it, Aya. She bought everything and had everything sent to Bullhorn Betty. And then all of a sudden something happens between them, and then Aya blames me. And then something happens where Aya's children reached out to Betty and said, you better give me back our mother's money. She wasn't of sound mind, something like that. But I remember being down there in Tennessee and saying, Aya, please, pick up the phone and talk to me. Like, what is going on? What's transpired? What has transpired? And she wouldn't talk to me.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Don't lie.
Voices knows. Voices is
Spill the
around.
fucking beans.
Because I was on the goddamn phone with Aya.
Oh, snap.
I was on the phone. Whistledown and I were on the phone with Aya, trying to make sure that Aya wasn't like losing her shit, because she just realized that these people really weren't what they said they were. No.
Right, and
Molly
yeah,
never.
Molly, did she forget she used the fucking pin in the church to record the little girl?
Oh,
Well, Molly used her phone to record Robin's daughter.
Oh, I always was told it was the fucking spy pin. I've
No,
always been told that.
they didn't record well enough. She actually recorded it on her phone in the church.
Good to
the
know.
spy, the
Good to
spy pen
know.
never worked. Wow, I never knew that. I
Yeah,
was
they
like, oh
weren't
my
that
God,
good. They said that they weren't that good, that they were just junk.
bad quality. Of course, it's a fucking little pen. It can have like the best little camera in there, you know? Wow, I never knew that. Thanks, voices.
Yeah, she did. She immediately started dogging Aya.
See, I don't know who Aya is. Who's Aya?
What
Aya
a
was a
bitch
long
move.
time.
What a bitch move.
Yep, Aya was a long time supporter.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's it. Of Molly?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So here we had supportive people who, and Aya, I believe, all these people weren't donating money to a luxurious vacation. Trust me, they weren't. They were trying to supply what Betty thought that we needed to find a little girl. Betty was really fucking butthurt that Don Wells would not talk to her. He didn't want anything to do with her. I never asked him why. Don Wells wanted me to go to that house. Jonathan had my cell phone. I told him my cell phone. And I was there with a marker, lock him up, some shit like that. And swear to God, I can't make this up. That was nothing on top of the donation as well, Shelby. People gave so much money back then as well. Oh yeah, we made a crazy amount of donations.
Oh, fuck yeah. We know you did. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. That's why we say cash cow, because Summer Wells was your fucking cash cow. And then it was Quinn Simon, Michael Vaughn. Come on now. Sebastian Rogers. I mean, come on. These are all cash cows to y'all. Fuck you.
She came up with the name, right?
Yes,
Cash
she
cow?
did. She sure as fuck did. She said Summer Wells is a cash cow. Abso-fucking-lutely she did.
Mhm.
That is what she told Tiffany Marie, that Summer Wells is the newest cash cow.
Yep.
Yes.
That's exactly what the fuck she calls them. I swear to God. That's why the fuck I tag them. That's why the fuck I tag cash cow. How many times do I gotta fucking say that?
Yeah.
These people just, you know what I mean?
You wouldn't just tag that out of the blue. It
I'm
needs
just
something.
disappointed because she put cash cow in the tags.
Oh my God. And truthfully, that tag is not going to pick up a lot. Like, if you know how fucking tags work. So stupid.
What the fuck?
It's dumb.
There's Whistledown. You can ask her. Whistledown will remember all this same shit.
Oh yeah, she was over there involved in that too, wasn't she?
I was flying from where I live to Colorado to fly with Whistledown, and Whistledown and I had our plan with a third person coming from another state to be there with us in case everything completely went off the rails. But, you know, there's that.
Yeah, the hashtag stuff still blows my mind that people are upset about those hashtags. Like, I've had conversations with people, like, it is ridiculous.
It's like being mad about the metadata.
Yeah, like you're like the internets. You're interneting. That's all you're doing, and you're on social media for a reason. If you don't like how social media works and you don't like the mechanics of it, then go do it in your local whatever, like, you know, church or like community center. Like, why are you doing it on YouTube to get people to watch you? You want to like direct the right people to you, and like cash cow is not gonna. That just puts it into this algorithm, and like enough. It's just so crazy that they don't. I don't know. It still blows my mind. It just blows my mind.
It's a tag. It doesn't really do anything. I mean,
they're just trying to find meaning in things. They're trying to like find meaning and like shame people based on like some kind of like grouping. They're grouping people into this. Okay, you use this hashtag, so you're this. It doesn't work like that. It's just part of like the YouTube mechanics. I don't know. It's just dumb. And Instagram and Twitter. You know, there's like a lot of things that use hashtags. Like, it's just how social media works. I don't know. And it makes you like a smart business person. I think Queen Bee, like if you just take that extra time and you want people to come to your studio and get the right people to your, to your place, to your business, to your channel, like it just doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Why people would
Yeah, there's a place for it. So
in your
now
creator studio, right?
instead of just putting them in there, I go back and tag them through the place where it says add tags, and then I just tag them in that, tag it in that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. Whatever. People could like pick on whatever. You know what I mean? People are always going to find fault or like try to look for things, I feel like. And that's what I realized that's all that was. Like just trying to like say you're doing this because you do this. You know what I mean? But
this and this adds up to that, and you're doing 2 of the 3 things, so you're automatically that.
Yeah. Where I mean, like Creator Studio has a place in it for you to do it. They encourage it. They just don't need to stuff it with like old cases and things that have nothing to do with what you're talking about. You know?
And they want it in the tag section, not the description. Putting tags in a description any more than 3 is a terms of service violation because
really?
Yes, it's called tag stuffing. They want your tags in the location where it shows tags.
I didn't know it was more than 3.
I didn't know that.
But I do know that there's a difference between tagging and like hashtagging and tag stuffing. And yes, they actually do have a place for you to add tags on your videos. Yes. So they can be, when you tag something, it gets put like in the same, box as the rest of the stuff that's tagged. You know what I'm saying? Like they similar hashtags.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Well, guess what? With the donations I was getting, I was using it towards helping the families. Now, granted, the only family really that I thought really wanted the help was my mom's family. They needed the help and they got it. You talk about Don Canvas. I mean, Don was saying, you need to talk to Dudley. Hey, Jan, you need to look in crack houses and blah, 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 blah. What we did. Betty doxes the Airbnb we were staying at. She fucking thanks. Now we got a bunch of fucking junkies coming by. Oh, you did it first? No, I fucking didn't. Get the fuck out of here. Rules, so I told her, no vaping. Without warning. From the Airbnb person. No vaping. I said, Betty, this guy's saying that he got a video of you vaping on a live. Should I tell him it's a water vape? Or she says no vaping. So I say, don't worry. It's like now, granted, I didn't get overcharged. People wanted us to get overcharged, and it doesn't happen. Thanks.
She told everybody she lost $900.
For things like that, really.
She told everybody she lost $900, that she did get overcharged.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And she got booted and had to go stay at a hotel. I heard about that. Yeah, she was live with that too.
Well, because she woke everybody up in the middle of the night and said Don Wells was coming there. So they took her to a hotel, dropped her there, and they got on the road and headed back to Florida.
Tribal Gal says, hold on, $5 super sticker says, Queen, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. That's exactly right. And I also noticed that anybody, any kind of, drop your memberships. Go fuck yourself. I mean, I don't have to answer to shit you fucking say, first of all.
Right.
And second of all, if you want to be fucking mad, be as mad as you want to be. If you wasn't such a fucking total asshole bully, people would fucking be donating memberships in your own shit.
Exactly.
Work to be spent on shitty hotel rooms, gasoline, buying the records from town hall, helping, we weren't going out to fancy restaurants. We always ate at the Cracker Barrel. That's what we all ate. And people who want to sit there and say, oh, everybody's donating to their fancy vacations. Fancy vacations. I don't fucking think so. Because trust me, nobody hates the fucking woods and the forest more than I do. And I was still up on the side of that fucking mountain, trying to see if it was possible. What Don was saying. I don't know why these pussies can't fucking do it. They're a lot better fucking shape than I am. They weren't wearing fucking diesel boots. I was. They were wearing fucking New Balance sneakers. And here I am.
Holy fucking hell. Crimson Moon, thank you for becoming a new member. And Firefly just gifted 50 memberships, y'all.
Wow.
Gosh, dang.
Firefly.
Showing love. Look at you, Firefly. You little sweetheart, you. Thank you. Make sure you guys give her a shout if you got one. Damn, girl. That was really sweet of you. Thank you.
Oh, that's Samantha said she's shaking the bushes a little. Who's getting memberships?
Yep, she said, yep, pulling them from the bushes. Shaking the motherfucking bushes.
Oh, yeah.
It pisses them off, I guess. I mean, fuck, I thought Laura was the only one that was fucking pissed off and, talking shit about money. And
so crazy. Like, why? It's like an option on YouTube. Like, why wouldn't you have memberships?
You're
Like,
monetized. She's monetized. Why the fuck you worried about it? You get the updates too. Shit. Every creator gets a fucking thing that comes to them and says something about your bullshit for the week.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's your weekly recap.
Yep. There you go. So my little tragedy pimp wages, $15.38, popped up on there, and it says your videos, performances, and stuff.
Yep.
Like your, what I'm saying, all your bullshit.
Yeah.
So I fucking screenshotted it because it's like $15.38 or some shit.
Woohoo!
That's your video performance. You're not gonna get away with that. Like, bitch, what?
You weren't saying it was like your super chats and your memberships.
Right, back to 1,200. We're getting it back to 1,200 memberships again. We're getting back
here
up
we
there.
go.
Fuck, Yeah, most of them. Anybody that's monetized gets paid. Anybody. I mean, her subs can donate just as many fucking memberships or whatever the fuck, super chats, all that. She has the option. She's monetized. She wasn't for like 3 fucking months, but she is now. So she has just as many. I mean, she can do just as fucking. She can do everything I can do. True story. I have been gifted memberships to 2 channels, but I'm not even sub to. Yeah, because it does. It shakes the hell out of the bushes.
Yeah. I don't even know some of these names. Some of these names, like, I've never seen before. A lot of,
Yeah.
I guess it's petty to look at what another creator gets, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
stay in your own lane,
I also didn't appreciate being accused that I get paid for being up here. I come up here because it's my social interaction.
How much money? Yeah. What I'm paying you to be up here.
Yeah, that's what she said.
How much? How much do I pay you to be up here?
Oh, I want $1 million, of course.
$1 million.
$1 million. Yes. No. Dude, do your friends pay you to hang out with them? Like, I don't have. Wow, no.
It's like an open panel, like that. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? People want to support Queen Bee. You know what I mean? We like to come and talk about. I mean, it's just
right.
Not about money.
Queen is a great bartender, minus the drinks.
Right? It's like a dive bar. Totally.
It's a social club where you go to hang out. And if you enjoy it, you leave a tip on the table.
Totally.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I've always, because she used to call the Hive, it used to be like a dive bar. Like, you used to try to hide it, like dive bars. You don't want people to know because then they get like busy, and then you're like, oh fuck, we're like
you lose
like
all the goodness of it being a seedy little dive bar, right?
Yeah,
but out of the way hole.
But you could keep the essence, and I feel like that's what That's what it is over here,
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Let's rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Hey, I'm trying to crawl up the side of the fucking mountain. I was sorry. If none of you pussies are going to fucking do it, then I want to see if it's possible. I just wanted to see where he stood. So he came right up here from the mountain. How do you know, Don, that is where they came up? Because we have a camera on, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. And some people will leave a comment, say like, oh, Molly, you proved that somebody can climb up the mountain. No, I didn't. I didn't prove it because I never got to the top. So how can you say that I'm in the wrong? Because, well, first, trespassing, you're trespassing. Well, no one gave me a warning not to trespass.
She was warned by multiple people, multiple places, and law enforcement about trespassing.
Jen Rebel, matter of fact, speaking of, I need you to message me for your on Discord if you can. Tribal Gal, hold on. She said, QB, every time I hear your lighter go off, I want a cigarette and haven't smoked for 25 years. Listen, it's not always a cigarette. Most of the time it's me relighting my blunt because it goes out. So I'll sit here and smoke half, you know what I'm saying? Like half of it or whatever.
Yeah.
Not to relight it. And then I'll fucking sit here talking shit with y'all and it'll go out again.
You really got, yeah.
Yes. So if you want to go watch this, here, matter of fact, let me go get the fucking link again.
I like that channel. I mean,
if you want to go watch this so you don't have to stop, like, you know what I mean, in the middle of stopping like we are right now. It's called The Kool-Aid, and you can go watch him, go sub up to him and watch her clips without the commentary, where you can just go right through it, you know?
I think she deleted this live after she did it, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. She sure as hell did. So I'm glad the Kool-Aid caught it.
Yeah, totally.
Almost everything immediately.
Yeah. I caught part of it yesterday. What was it?
Literal Davis fam. Hold on one sec. She did 1999 super sticker miserable ass pocket watches. I know. I thought Laura was the one that was doing that shit.
People shouldn't care about other people's money. Do you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, I don't know. I grew up like, you just don't talk about, I don't know. So it's weird on here that people are just like talking about other people's money all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. Kind of like rude a little. Not rude, but like, you just don't do it. I don't know.
Stitching said we used to hang out with her as well till she told us all to fuck off.
Right.
Oh shit. Let's see here. Molly would delete her videos as soon as they were playing if she could. Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. You're welcome, Kate. No problem. All right, here we go.
I'm supposed to get a verbal warning. Right? That didn't happen. And then when Candace went to the police didn't want to hear anything she had to fucking say. Anyone that's gonna sit there. And listen, I'm just gonna say what I think. All these people that are wondering about that little boy that's gone in Tennessee, Sebastian Bach. It's Tennessee. What do you think happened? You're right, arts and crafts. Yeah.
Hold on. It's not Sebastian Bach. Sebastian Bach was the lead singer to Skid Row. It is Sebastian Wayne Drake. This bitch. Oh my God.
And it says Little Skid Row.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. 18 in life, we're trying. 18 in life to go. Yeah, no, it's not
I'm
Skid Row.
fucking done.
Sebastian Bach was the lead singer to Skid Row.
And it says that JLR at Molly speak on Little Skid Row. That is too fucking funny.
Hey, it's one of my favorite songs too. That one, and Janie's Got a Gun. Janie's got a gun. I'm pretty sure that's Aerosmith though, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I remember when. Yeah, like this song, it's the songs from my childhood. Rest in peace, Sebastian Bach. Yes. Him and Janie Lane, yes.
Coco says, love the dive bar with all the sweet bumbles. Dee Dee, I cannot. That's Aerosmith. Is what this.
Yeah, JD's Got a Gun is Aerosmith. Yeah.
Fuck, man. We needed that laugh.
Leave it to Molly.
Boomer Betty is ditching being served. Wow. See, I don't do that. If I'm getting served, I want to get that shit done immediately. I personally can't imagine why she wouldn't want to go in front of a judge with a TRO. It's really hard to get a TRO unless you're in like a sexual relationship, blah, 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 blah. There's like rules. Me, I already put up my video. It's been up. Everybody wants to talk about, this. Listen, I went to my TRO hearing, right? Without a lawyer. And wipe that fucking bitch's ass who was represented by a fucking lawyer. You stand your ground. Why would you hide? Why would you allow anyone to win? I mean, think about it. How is Bullhorn Betty harassing this person? Is she going to her house? No, there's a lot of things to get a restraining order. Direct threats, etc. I had a stupid bitch fucking try to get a TRO. What a lawyer standing there? Yeah, where's that Molly Golightly channel? Where's that Molly Golightly channel, counselor? Where's that Molly Golightly channel? Where did you disappear from? Where did you disappear to? Where did it disappear to go? Where poof? All in the same week. Gotcha. Same week, right? Everything. House of cards in 1 week. Gotcha, bitch. Right? A protective order. From what? She's not doing.
She's not doing anything. Okay. All righty.
Correction noted that Sebastian Bach is alive and well and still touring. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wonder if the chat summary is saying about that. I wonder if they're talking about he's like Sebastian Bach is alive.
Doing anything. Stalking, defaming so many people. She's stalking? What do you mean by stalking? Because in order to prove stalking, the judge wants to see that person following you outside your house. They want to see a snippet of you in the car saying, look, that's them. They're following me. That's the evidence that they want. Because if she doesn't show up and defend herself, it'll be granted by default. And if you've got a restraining order against you, they're going to come and take your guns. Now, granted, the idiot trying to get a restraining order against me, who I beat very impressively. But the thing is the judge knew the bitch was a fucking liar. I said, yeah, I used to make videos 5 years ago of her. And then I stopped and I deleted them. Judge knew. But now, why 5 years later? Oh, I just found out 2 weeks ago. I just found this out, was it 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago? She went on a fucking documentary and said, she put out my home address and my phone number and blah, blah, blah. No, it was in a private group. And none of us ever had your fucking phone number ever. And if we did, why did she complain about phone records and being stalked? Blah, blah, blah. They blew up my phone. I kept getting harassing phone calls. Because that you could show proof of. But that never happened. More lies. She had 90,000 followers. Actually, in one of the videos, I said, thank you to all 120 followers of mine. I wasn't even monetized. And I got tired of talking about the stupid bitch. Now she's getting sued for $2.5 million. You know what Adrian said? Even if she declares bankruptcy, you can't put that judgment in a bankruptcy. I said, really? It was nope. My husband goes, I'd rather be in Nick Carter's shoes, paying millions to lawyers, than be married to that fucking girl that has my kid. Everybody feels bad for her fucking husband now. Now everybody feels bad for the fucking girl's husband.
Shit, people, come on now. Come the fuck on now.
This is wild listening to her retell history.
Yeah.
Don't mention his name. Don't talk about him. Nothing. Don't be surprised if you see jet time on cable. It's not a lot, but some jet time. It's also her videos driving. What? Somebody's got to call in. Can somebody please call in? Oh, she's driving by their house? Shut up. She threatens to go to the shop and buy a gun and filming it in the car. Well, my Betty wants every court case zoomed so she doesn't have to appear to court. Yeah, she can do that. Yeah, she can do it by Zoom. I did in person. So protective order, yeah. Oh, man. She threatens. If she's got direct threats, then yeah, then that'll go for her. I never threatened the bitch. She calls me a liar. She questions a victim. She questions an SA victim. And you're not allowed to ask SA victims. You're not allowed to question them because you're supposed to believe a woman. It shows her in her videos driving by these people's homes. And I'm sure Sam's Club has video of her waiting in the parking lot. Shut the fuck up. You know what? Michelle Sabate, you have met your bet match. Ladies and gentlemen, Bullhorn fucking Betty. Damn.
Holy fuck. She just compared her to fucking Michelle.
Wow.
Well, I'm not friends with that fucking bitch no more. Thank God. But thank you for looking out for me. Oh yeah, check this out. When I got that amazing kiss, my son goes, Mom, that's some karma. That really is. He goes, you must be doing something really right. He goes, because I don't think anybody had a better time this weekend than you. Listen, motherfuckers. I don't care that he's like 70 years old. I fucking love this guy. I've loved him since a kid. I kind of always had a crush. I just felt a little weak because he was just so much older. She says it's my constitutional right, freedom of speech. She does have freedom of speech. She forgets freedom of speech doesn't mean you can defame, harass, and threaten. Yes, they could sue her civilly, but she doesn't have money. She wanted to buy a small gun and hide it in her bra. But why? She could shoot a little tit off. So that's a threat towards Mr. Bowersatz. She's in trouble. And, okay, so it's not looking good. I mean, it is hard to prove restraining order. She threatens him with a gun and a machete. How did she threaten him with a machete? I have a machete. And the craziest thing I've ever done with my machete is I held out my hair and I cut it. Hi, Lisa. She threatens him.
Lord, what the fuck?
That
Yeah,
is not Shafe
I
Manhattan
heard
study
that.
skills.
That's the craziest. That's pretty crazy. Like cutting your hair off with a machete,
Molly's lucky she didn't cut the crooked side of her face off.
right? Or anything else, like an arm.
An ear.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Somebody coming out. Screen is up all of a sudden.
Blindfolds on.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Casual Chrissy. So anyway, when I was there, a girl came up to me and she goes, Molly? And I go, yeah? She goes, I used to follow Molly Golightly. She goes, I was one of the original ponies. She goes, you remember the ponies? And I go, you mean like Hello Starlight and Kimmy P? And she goes, yeah. She goes, I used to be with them. And I said, shut the fuck up. I go, where are you now? She goes, oh, I left YouTube. She goes, it was getting a little too crazy for me. And I was like, oh. And she goes, what about you? I go, oh, I got kicked off YouTube. She goes, what? And I go, yeah, like over a year ago. And she was like, oh my God. And I was like, for what? And I was like, just leave this shit. Oh my God, I have so much to catch up on. I'll be watching on replay. Look, Fabulous Ones, I'm tired. All this is on video. I said she went batshit crazy. I've gotten a lot of text messages from a lot of people and Patreon saying, oh my God, Marissa, you gotta see this crazy shit with Bull and Betty. They said that she has officially lost it. He tracked down at a gas station where she was putting up flyers, called the cops on her. And when the cops left, swooped behind her to get her plate. So she got behind him and got his plate. Oh, he called the cops on her while she was putting up flyers. So yeah, it's leaning towards. Let me ask you a question now. I mean, I'm just being honest. What does she want from these people? Like, what's the end game? I mean, I'm just asking in simple terms. Like, what's supposed to be the goal or the end game here? Because usually,
What is the fucking end game? What do y'all think?
That's a great question. I think that personally, I believe that Betty's end game is to get arrested and use it as martyrdom so that she becomes bigger than, so that like she actually matches what she thinks she is.
Like what just Samantha and Cheesy like were saying like yesterday, and Cheesy's been saying this, like she thinks like she's what really does want to get like arrested at that voice. I don't want to mess it up because I know it's kind of like your name, that what do you
Gathering
know
of voices.
Okay, yeah, that, and she wants, and I think she does, like because then she'll like get like be a victim.
Well,
right?
they talked about, there was two news stories yesterday, one that was on their local Tennessee 5 and one on the 10, right? And they talked about how there's one detective every day that's been dedicated to dealing with the Sebastian Rogers case. And then they talked about that the news mentioned there was going to be a planned protest outside of City Hall this weekend. So, or 26th, I guess. Maybe it's, I said City Hall, that I'm paraphrasing. But I mean, this is like law enforcement's doing their job. You can't, the outside everyday person, like every person that's sitting here watching this should be truly afraid of your rights being violated by a group of people on social media doing this if they deem you guilty. Every person should be out here being offended by what you see transpiring, because if you can put pressure on law enforcement because the social media masses, like that's a breakdown in our justice system base.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't work like that. And like, it seems like she doesn't realize or doesn't like how, I mean, I thought she was for like true crime, but like at the same time, it seems like she just doesn't give a shit about how our justice systems work. It doesn't work with like pressure from
You can't
citizens. Like that's why there's a jury system, right? Like you want to make a difference, that's how you make a difference. You like serve jury duty, you know?
Well, and it's your civic duty as a registered driver, somebody who receives mail in our country, all of those things. Once you turn 18, it is your civic duty. You could be tapped at any point for jury duty.
Yeah.
I think it happens at the point you register to vote.
Yep.
And it's a trade-off for being an adult in our country.
I think it has to do with like motor vehicle too. Like they
Yes.
they get stuff
Driver's
from there.
licenses.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
or your driver's license, and then I think it also ties in if you have plates. There's a lot of things that go into factor that. I mean, and it's going to be different for each person where they live. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that each state, each like count,
Seeker.
everything.
Look at Seeker Queen coming in with 10 gifted memberships.
Aw. Awesome.
Oh, so everybody should be actually upset because you're one step away from this being. This could be what happens to you if some group of hooligans on the interwebs decide that something that's going on in your life deserves their focus and their attention.
Think about like John O'Keefe's family, how they feel about all this fuckery, you know?
Brianna
On like
coming
a
in
mass scale, right? Like to have like a whole mob of fucking bullhorn Bettys in a way, like protesting that, you know, like a bunch of your like friends of your killed son are like in on it, and the person that we know did it is like
Right.
a hero. It's just the weirdest thing. Like people get really weird on in like mobs in like social in certain, you know,
Well, look what
aspects of
Brianna says, Ellie, in her $4.99 super chat. She says, in my opinion, she's literally trying to channel Trump, complete with an arrest, social media martyrdom, and a mugshot merch.
yeah,
That's
totally.
great. Oh,
Good to see you, Brianna. I missed you. I was watching you during like the Karen Reed. Speaking of Karen Reed.
I don't know if she's been served. It doesn't appear. I haven't checked this morning. I was running behind I woke up with a snotty nose, a headache, and a sore throat.
Oh my
So
God, you
whichever
sound
one
like
of you,
Bullhorn.
I know, whichever one of you assholes cursed me, take it back.
Yeah, take it back.
Take it back.
Take the pins out of the voodoo doll, out of the nose.
Like, let my sinuses go.
They never did anything to you, right?
Well, I didn't do anything. My sinuses didn't do anything to y'all. Anyway,
Didn't suffer.
she hasn't been served. Small town girl says. Okay.
Who?
Allergy season. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got a lot of
Oh.
smoke hanging in the air out here from the fires, from forest fires.
That can mess up your nose.
And that really, and I've been outside a lot in the last couple of days. Anyway, so yeah, sorry. I just been a little bit slower this morning and not gotten everything that I normally do accomplished. Let's see, I did not want to insult anybody, but BHB is emboldened to say aggressive, offensive things that appeal to a few but insult many.
Mm.
Donna Donald, that's a great point.
Yeah.
There's still no attorney listed for her.
Of course not.
Girl. Thank
Well,
you.
she has to raise the money first, right? And she got one, but it's on retainer, but she still has time. Whatever. I mean,
she's got to pay somebody back.
I don't know. It's all sketchy to me.
Hasn't been served equals no attorney.
Oh. But no.
I think that was a collective sigh, Ellie. I just got to tell you. That was sigh in stereo.
That's funny.
She's on the run. Betty's on the run.
Her dog is very cute, though, and I think she really does love that dog. I don't know.
I'm going to keep my opinions about that.
Just give her that.
Listen, I'm not.
In my opinion, allegedly, don't sue me, people, for this. I'm just kidding.
I'm not here to judge Betty's dog abilities. I don't want her weighing in on whether I'm a good dog mom or not. Because some days I'm a shit dog mom. This happens that way. Some days
I know
some days my dog escapes and takes himself on a walkabout. Listen, I am not here to judge somebody's dogging skills. What I am going to judge is the bullshit that you're doing by impacting. And I think it's funny that Molly says, well, you would have to have a video of them following you. Well, we have a video of Betty following them. We have a video of Betty jumping out of her car from her point, right? From her own perspective. So all of
Yeah.
those things that Molly was saying, Betty, you've got to have, you've got to have, you've got to have. Those are all the things that the opposing party has. Of
Yeah.
you doing from your own perspective. Do you not like? I would suggest you just get up and go down to law enforcement, dude. Just get up, drive down to your local law enforcement, ask for the papers, and then move on about your way. That would be really, really wise, in my opinion.
See, Firefly agrees. She doesn't think the dog is in danger, and I think she does love the dog. I agree. She seems to love that dog, you know?
Hey, listen, her
How could you
plant died.
not?
She's got it like now it's all on the dog.
That was always my like thing, like plant, dog, then kids, you know? Like after, you know, later on. But like that, you know, if you do plant that, because plants are hard, you know?
I
Plants are
have a
harder
spider
than
plant.
dogs
Dude, I
sometimes.
got a
I
spider
don't know.
plant that was almost dead when I got it. I brought it back to life and it's having a
Oh,
baby.
I love when people bring stuff back to like use like fertilizer and stuff. Okay.
No, I gave it some water and I like put a fork in the dirt and freshened it up and I gave
Oh,
it a lot of sunlight and a lot of water and I talked to it and I gave it a little radio and the both of them got a little bit of music every day and I gave them a lot of encouragement and left them in a very bright sunny room. And all of a sudden after trimming them up, all of a sudden they were like,
happy.
"Hey,
Yeah.
I want to
Do
grow.
this again. I'm gonna
Let's
go
do
for it.
this."
I don't think she's
So,
gonna feed her gray meat because that's like dog food is probably cheaper actually than gray meat. You can get like good dog food and you get like cheap ass dog food. You know what I mean? So
again, I'm not here to discuss. I don't
yeah.
I have nothing to
So
say about
somebody in
that.
the chat was saying that she was endangered, but I think she was kidding if she featured that gray meat she eats all the time. But truthfully, like, you know, like some people like do like raw stuff for their dogs, and
Oh
they
yeah,
like
we
get
feed
it
the
from like the butcher. Yeah.
farm dogs get a lot of raw. Plus they also get like the Great Danes. They that's why we hunt in the fall because all that elk meat goes into making
Oh,
dog
I
food.
just love that because it's like
Yes, and that's
free
it's
range.
yep,
Yeah.
because they only get a scoop of the dry, but everything else is that and the fresh vegetables that are grown in the garden. I mean, there's a reason that we do all of
Yeah.
that and put it up for
Yeah.
it's for the
Yeah.
dog food so that there's no
Totally.
like lower cost, right? Because
Yeah.
I can tell you a 50-pound bag of dog food can be you can pay almost $75 for a 50
Oh
pound
my
bag.
God. It's like $65 when I get it. Literally $65 for
It depends
the
on
biggest one. Yeah.
well, and it depends on where you go because some stuff you can only get at the feed store.
Oh,
If you've got like a bird dog that's high performance or something like that, or a hunting dog or those, and they need the high performance food, you can only get it at the feed store and it's at a set price, or you can only get it at the vet out there.
yeah.
So listen, I got nothing to say about how anybody feeds their dogs because I have dogs that I
No.
take care of that eat Old Roy, and I have dogs that only eat wild game and vegetables. So I have no opinion on.
Yeah, it's up to your own thing. Do you know what I mean? That's like a personal thing, I think. You know what I mean? As long as they're getting fed, you know what I mean?
Oh,
It's,
you're
you
welcome,
know.
Emerald Skies. Elk meat is so good for you. Oh my goodness, if you ever,
Oh,
it
I
is
had
so
elk
good for
like
you.
once and it was
Yeah,
like it's like it's so clean tasting and it gave me like a
very.
weird kind of like hot like a buzz almost. It was weird because it
Mm.
was just so like intense. I don't know, like it was
Yeah,
very like
I grew
clean
up.
meat.
I grew up eating wild game, so I didn't know anything different, right? I grew up eating deer, elk, moose, a, on the occasion venison, but like elk was it was primary, and then beef
So
was
good.
later on. Like beef was what supplemented in when the wild game was gone. So I mean, I don't know any different, right?
It wasn't gamey tasting. That was like, you know how like
That's
some
all
deer
in,
meat is
dude. That's
gamey a
all in
little?
how you. That's all in how it's what
Yeah, it
their
depends
diet is
on, yeah, it
because
made it, I think the way it was made, it was like amazing, you
we
know.
our deer up here they eat mainly their main diet is in the hay fields of the farmers, right? So but you go to the south part of the state, Rock Springs, Green River, Evanston, and their diet for their deer is all sage, so all their deer taste like is like eating a sagebrush bush.
Yes, see, Roberta, love elk, hate deer. Yeah, I don't love deer, but the elk I had, it was in Austin, Texas, like, and it was somebody's like on like some like they got the elk from somebody. You know what I mean? So they know where it came from. Not, and it was so good. Oh my god, it was so good. It was really good. Yeah.
Yes, I have 2 packages left. 2 packages in the freezer, and that's it. And
Oh,
I got 1 elk roast, and I've got 1 package of little elk medallion. Like they're like medallions, they're just little cube steaks, and I'm really want to eat them like every day. It's an actual fight to keep them in the freezer
there's
because
elk jerky.
oh
You've had
yes,
that?
oh
Oh, I
god,
don't know. I've never seen
yep, you
that.
can make it into jerky. I can buy
Oh
that
wow.
down at the health food store.
Oh my
I
god,
can
of
get elk
course, where
jerky.
you live, right? It seems so like that's awesome. I bet they have it. I should look for it. I get it. Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
let me know next time I go in, and we'll. Oh yeah, I can imagine that, Miss Dakota. If you get bad deer meat, oh man, that's
Yeah. I had it once. It was in like Massachusetts. It was like my sister's boyfriend's like family. Like they go deer hunting. And then I had it and it was just like too gamey for me. I don't know. I just like never ate it again. Ever.
oh
Ever,
we
ever. It
they
was
just
just
started.
like gross. A little.
They just started. They just opened a bison shop where a bison butcher where you can go in and buy bison here locally, and I'm over the moon with it.
Yeah, see, a lot of people just like venison and like elk and bison. Huh.
Oh, you are Miss Dakota?
See, elk was the tastiest meat I've ever had too. See, me too, just Samantha. It was like what the tastiest, really, the tastiest meat
You don't
ever.
need like the only thing you need to do with elk is listen. The way my mama used to cook it, she'd take a big old scoop of Crisco out of the like the white shortening, and she'd put it in the pan. And while that was sitting there just coming up to temp, she would pound out the elk steak so it was just like a cube steak, and then she would season it with meat tenderizer, Lowry seasoning salt, black pepper, and Alpine Touch. And then she would put it in a bag, each one in a bag of flour, coat it up, and drop it in. And you don't even have to coat it like that. You can legit just, oh yes, mousse is amazing. Mousse is amazing. But yeah, you don't even have to do, and you cook it until it's not pink. Wild game has to be cooked all the way through. It's done all the way
Oh
through.
yeah.
I
Maybe
do
that's
make fry
true.
bread. I do make fry bread. And I make my own tortillas too. Oh Christ.
Mary Duffy said about cow's tongue. Have you had, my dad used to like cow tongue,
Oh
and I
no.
was like, that is the
Mm-mm.
gross. I remember like as a little girl, I was like, that is so gross. Cow tongue. It was ugh.
I've had quail eggs, I've had brains and scrambled eggs. My favorite is heart. The heart is the
Oh
best
my
part.
God,
I
love that
absolutely
stuff.
love heart. I
Or
thought
like
for the
pig's
growing up,
feet or something in a
nope,
jar.
wouldn't eat
Did you like
those.
that
No,
kind of
thank
stuff
you.
or no?
Nope, nope, nope,
No.
nope.
Okay, you don't do that kind of thing. Okay. Okay.
The only
Like,
reason I
no,
had
no
brains and
way.
scrambled eggs was because they told me it was bacon mixed in with the scrambled eggs, and that's why I ate
Oh.
it.
Oh,
So
that's why you ate it. Oh my
yeah, I
God.
didn't realize what it was until afterwards.
Oh gosh. Shit. It was
Fucking
really
pissed,
plain.
pissed.
Oh my God. Really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm
Ugh.
sorry. That's just
Like
I will cook heart. I will heart is
liver.
nope, nope,
Ugh.
will not do that
Nah, I
either. No.
never, my dad liked that too. Like liver and onions.
My grandma made
Ugh.
the best liver and onions, and I do not nope. I had spaghetti. I
Nope,
used to
me
eat
neither.
spaghettios
Nope,
that night. Nope, I would be
nope.
eating
I won't
spaghettios.
do it. Mm-mm. No way. I'm like very picky with what I eat.
I've had gator. Yep, I have had
Oh,
gator.
really? Is it
Fried gator.
chewy?
It's very
Oh,
it's like chicken and pork crossed. It's chewy and
ew.
stringy.
Ah, so gross. Yeah, organ meat sticky, exactly. All those organ meats.
Yeah, no, I'm listen, those things process. I'll eat the heart, but the rest of those organs, they process and filter out everybody else's bad. Not eating it. No, thank you.
No, a lot of people, no way. Yeah. Like I know so many people in my like, nope, no way on the liver.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
casual art. I just got to go to the Wedding of the Waters festival or the Gift of the Waters pageant, and they were in full regalia and they danced and they told the story. And it was just amazing. And then we got fry bread and funnel cake afterwards. It was amazing.
Oh, okay. Tongue is basically the wabi sabi. Tongue is basically the same muscle meat as other parts of the cow, but are way more tender because it's not used heavily. If you don't see it or know what it is, I would bet you look. Yeah, I mean, I know that it's not an actual tongue, but it's just like thicker, right? It just looks like a tongue. That's what they call a tongue, right? Ugh, it's just gross, though. I mean, I think
No, baby, it's the tongue.
is it no,
Yes,
but that'd
it's
be
the
so many
tongue.
tongues, though. That'd be like such like it really is part of the tongue.
Well, what do you
So-
like? Every animal has a tongue. Like, and so if they're
yeah,
gonna like as they butcher, they use every part of it.
I know. Okay, it's such a big tongue. Okay, yeah, I get it. Ugh, I always thought that it might not be. Okay, it is. Okay, I always thought like that it was just like thicker and it was called that, but it is actually part. Ugh, that even makes me more sick. So gross.
I do hunt, Samantha. I do hunt. I did not get a license this year for elk, so it'll be I'll be dependent on. I didn't draw for my area. Nobody in my family drew in that area. We put in for a specific area, and none of us drew for that area this year.
Yeah, it's like fibery, Georgia. Ugh, gross. The tongue. So you have a specific license just for elk?
So
Like it's different.
a deer,
Yeah.
you can get a general, or you can get a specific area. Elk, I don't know if elk is general because we always hunt in one specific area. It's the same area our parents hunted and our grandparents before them hunted.
Uh-huh.
So we're the third generation to hunt in there.
Oh, cool. Queen Bee must be mad at us because we like totally got off subject
No,
and started talking about game
she
meat.
typed in here that she had
I know. No, I know she did. Yeah, I know that part. Oh my God. But we got off topic. It's very easy to get off topic, you know, talking about.
Yes, I love Sue Aiken. Yes, Georgia, I love Sue Aiken. As a matter of fact,
Sue
I'm so
Aiken?
excited. It's a lady from Life Below Zero that lives out at Cavett Camp.
What's that?
She's the only person that's there for the majority of the winter. Yes, her name is Sue Aiken. She runs a whole little camp up in Kavik, Alaska, population 1. She's been
Uh-huh.
attacked by a bear and a badger, and
Oh, wow.
she is, man, that would be, I don't hold a candle to that lady. I got older boy cousins that help me with everything when it comes to hunting and that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, Canine
Canine
Charlie,
Charlie
I'm
has
coming over. I'm bringing my grocery bag and coming over.
razors full. Wow, that's cool. It's cool to like hunt and grow gardens, you know?
I'm so excited. My best friend, who's lived in Alaska since 4th grade, is finally moving home. I'm so
Oh,
excited.
I remember you talking about your friend
Yes.
from Alaska.
And she's come down like 5 times in the last 5 years. And now they finally bought a lot and they're moving down next spring. I'm so freaking excited. So I will get to go up in the spring and help to pack and get everything ready to go into the Connex to ship. And then I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Did you see what Georgia said, that you need your own reality show? I think you do.
Have one. It's called Life and it sucks.
It's
So
called Life.
Yeah,
We're
we're not.
seeing
No,
part of it right here, Georgia, on the YouTubes, right?
that's
You get little,
exactly
like,
it. I share
little
what I want to
tidbits.
share.
Yeah. Oh, did you see some second chance? Who knows? But I remember Molly saying she wasn't comfortable staying in the same room overnight with JLR when they were in Tennessee, I believe.
I was wondering about that, if anybody else was going to remember that. She did say that.
You know how like we always do those like I don't know, love, marry, kill with like some of the like creators, and when JLR comes up, I'm like, no way. I feel like I would end up like dead in an alley. I really do, in my opinion. That's me. But like he's always like, no way. He's like, no way. He's a no way for me. You know what I mean? He just scares me for some reason. Like somebody said before, like he's like probably like a choker or something. I just like I get that kind of vibe from him. No,
Listen,
you know.
I think he can be super invasive in your life if you poke at him. But if you don't poke or you
Yeah.
don't put anything untowards out there towards him, he's not going to mess with you, in my
Oh no,
opinion.
no, no, no. I'm just saying, like in general, like he just has that kind of. I don't know. I know he's going after like. I heard he's going after like Deets pretty hard. Like doxed her, and I don't know the extent of it, but I don't know. Yeah, he does like a lot. Like he reminds me of Charlie's Angels, like the behind the scene person. Who is it? Bosley? Who? Not Bosley. Charlie. Who is the one that was like always on the speaker? I forget. But like
Charlie.
he's like, yeah, Charlie. He's like, yeah, Bosley was the one that like right hung out with them, but Charlie was one you never saw. But like he's like Charlie, you know. He's just like does shit behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like he's sneaky behind
But
the
he's
scenes.
also like Bosley because you
But
see
he is a
him
little like
in
Bosley.
prison.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But as far as his fuck shit that he does, he's very like Charlie, tries to be a Bosley, I guess, right? But he's really Charlie. He's both. You're right. He's definitely both. Oh my gosh.
all right, so I saw somebody else said something right before that comment you caught.
Oh, I never watched Naked and Afraid, Alan Miller. Did you ever watch that?
Oh no,
What?
yeah, I wasn't into Naked and Afraid. I'm
I
good.
know.
Sticky said, but has she ever been attacked by a palm tree? That is the test of true strength. Mm.
I never really watched a lot of Molly, but you like were around, right? For a lot of it, right?
Till she got the
For
phone
part,
number out.
how long? How long were you like because I remember seeing that
I
like
met
clip of you
Molly.
all on
I think
panels.
I met Molly and Kay in 21.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because that would have been, I met them in June, July, somewhere in there. And then it was that fall. It was August 8th when my mom passed. So, and Molly was there. I had just come home from being on the mountain, and then I just kind of assimilated in. And then it was the next spring or the next January that all that shit to Tennessee took off.
So it was like before Summer Wells.
Yeah, well, that was why she called me and said,
Oh,
"Hey,
so that's how.
do this. We need to build a nonprofit. I want to do this, and we need to help for Summer Wells."
Oh,
And
okay.
that's
So that's
what
how you
started it
originally
off.
got. Okay, that's how you originally got together. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
if you don't draw that year, Samantha, you get your money back. If you don't get a tag, you get a check.
For what?
When you're hunting, if you put in
Oh.
for a draw area.
Hey, I have a quick
Oh.
question. I just popped back on here. Sorry about that. I had to switch over
That's
to
okay.
my phone. As soon as
No,
I did,
you're
it
okay.
shut off retrograde, you guys. So it's like
It's
boom, boom, boom.
totally
Everything I tried to
retrograde.
do. Yes, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh wow.
I've had more things
I
break.
had to do something nuts. That's for damn sure.
More
Oh,
things
ow.
have broken that are electronic this week than
Oh my
have
God.
broken in the last 6
Oh.
months.
Ugh. So annoying. Shit always goes crazy, you know? It's weird how that works. So like
Oh, Aya, did she get any of the money back? I don't know. The last I knew, Aya,
from
I got a question
BHB?
back for her. Did she get her money back? And didn't that Army vet or Navy vet or something like that, wasn't she one of the big donors over there
Army
that
vet.
kept giving them money and giving them money to help? And she gave them like hundreds of dollars to go to Tennessee, or she gave them hundreds of dollars to go somewhere. I can't remember if it was Tennessee or Summer Wells. I don't remember who it was.
I believe you're exactly right. And I don't know if any of the ladies ever got their money back. I know what I helped them with. Um, and I don't know, because the last conversation that I had with four of the ladies was, you ladies need to get offline and only watch and not get that close to creators, because this is you all of your kids are concerned. All of their children were concerned that these women were all taken advantage of. I think that it was a hard lesson that most of them all had to
Well,
learn.
yeah, but you know what though? Listen, that's the thing too. They need to be monitoring their internet usage. Then, if that's the case,
And that was
For
the whole
sure.
conversation that we had, was if you're going to get this close to people that you're going to willy-nilly throw money out like this, then you've got to step back. You've got to take a breath and step back. You have to think about this, because I know Aya wanted to help. Aya believed in what Molly was spewing. She never thought that it was going to end up being used for the nefarious reasons that the items were going to be used for. And I hope every last one of those ladies have been able to heal and move forward, because it was bad. It was really bad for a minute.
Yeah, it got crazy down there. Yeah. And so people like gave a lot of money for people to go down there. Is that what you're saying?
For people to go down there, for they had a wish list, and it had machetes and spy pens and gator boots and all kinds of crazy shit on it, and all digital cameras and like all kinds of things, flags, vests, all of that. And like the wish lists were filled, and Molly made that promise that all Cash Apps, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Stickers, all going for Tennessee.
Yeah, if Army Vet is the one married to a fugitive recovery, they gave tons of money to Ernie not long ago too, only to have him attack them publicly after they stopped because they couldn't afford it anymore. Squids said. Yeah, I think I've seen Army Vet. I feel like maybe in Laura's chat.
I think that they're different.
Oh,
It
okay.
says different Army Vet. There's a couple that have the same name,
Yeah, or like kind of like different
similar names. Yeah.
variations. Like somebody said two different ones in chat just now, and they were like slightly different. There's like Navy text, Army text, Navy, maybe Navy vet and Army vet. I don't know, because there's Navy
Yes.
Navy
And
cat.
that's Kat Kenzie makes the great point. But at the time, they were donating to a fake Boots on the Ground foundation. It was deceptive. It was deceptive practices. Absolutely. Because that couldn't have been, that was not put together. There was the issue with the name. There was all that stuff.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes, people believed they were giving to a nonprofit. Yes, you are correct.
Wow. And it was never set up, really. It was, they wanted to, but that's why you were going to help set it up.
That was, and I gave her all the information that she needed, and Adrian was going to be setting that up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's when they found out that the name was taken, and then it just kind of got pushed to the side.
Yeah. A lot of shady stuff. Like, there's so much went on during that summer, you know? And I feel like what's going on with Sebastian, it's not the same, but it's the same kind of fuckery, you know? In a way. It's the same kind of campaign, like, against the parents, like, where, like, you just never know. Like, I remember that Althena case where the little girl, and it was ended up being the FedEx. Yeah. Ended up being that, like, the FedEx driver.
Yep.
And it was like the same as Summer. Like, they traced her to the end of the driveway, and that was it. And so if they didn't have, like, that, like, footage and that FedEx, you know, then the same exact thing could have happened to that family. I remember, because they were starting it with the step family. Yep. And so that's what happens. Like, they just go to the family because, of course, they're the last ones with them. And like what they were saying, like, they can't clear Seth or anybody in the family until it's closed, because that's just how it works. You're not, your family members,
Yep.
you're probably just not cleared ever until, like, why would you be, like, I don't know, because new information could come available. You just never know. So, I mean, you could see how it starts though with that. Like, I saw it starting with that one. It starts to brew. I watched like Nonsense's like premiere yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you see that? It was
Yeah, that was
excellent,
great.
and it like went through
I didn't see
everything.
it. We'll
Like,
have to watch it.
oh,
Was
it's
it like
so
a lot,
good.
or was it
It
what?
was really long. It was like it was like
Oh,
I
I don't know
think it
about
was,
watching it on here then.
yeah, but it kind of like went through like the entire like fuckery of this whole case, like all the characters and like kind of how it got started. JLR is kind of started it a little
Yep.
bit,
Oh
pretty
yeah.
much.
That's why Trevor Lee went to him. Yeah, that's
Yeah, the root. He's like the root of it. It's
fuck
really
yeah.
interesting.
Okay, here we'll turn this on and finish her a little bit of shit.
Okay.
Before we try to execute a plan. And is the money that she's asking for a whopping $10,000? Listen, that's not chump change. That's absolutely not chump change. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think I could ever go on social media and ask for people to be so generous to give me $10,000. Are you fucking crazy? It's called Get a Fucking Life, Betty. I heard a video where she's like, I get paid ad revenue. If you're getting paid ad revenue, then that's the way to make money. But you're going live. So when you go live, the chances of you earning money from ad revenue go significantly down. I'm here right now. I'm not making a fucking penny. And I've been sitting here for an hour and a half. I haven't made one fucking donation. Do you see me crying about it? No. Because you have to take the good with the bad. See, when she got into it with me, and I brought her in, well, she said, oh my God, look at all this money.
Which that is true. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm very grateful because you guys are very good to me. You guys are very, very good to me. But that's right. When you live stream, you know what I mean? Your ad revenue kind of, I mean, it goes down, especially with the things you talk about. There's certain things like I said yesterday, there's certain things you just cannot talk about. YouTube doesn't like it.
Yeah. Like certain words, I remember like during
So yeah. So in
Yeah.
those kind of streams, the only money you're gonna make are off your super chats or memberships. That's the only. I mean, you're not gonna make ad revenue off those kind of streams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. But it's like good because
Look at all
then
this
you
money.
like
Look at all this money.
sorry. Because you can
No,
click
it's
off and click out of your live. Like some like people's lives, like it's annoying when you like get like ads in the middle, truthfully. And if it's only like $12 a month, you don't make much on it. Like, I don't know why people do that because it's annoying. I mean, I don't have like YouTube Premiere or anything,
I don't have
premium.
it either.
Yeah. But you're just like paying then for those ads. I don't know. I feel like it's the same kind of thing. You either watch the ads or you like pay YouTube money to not watch the ads, Okay, go on. I'm sorry. Tangent. Sidebar. And do you like premium? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. What is it, like $20 a month premium?
I don't know. I chose to have Paramount Plus, so I'm pretty
Yeah. I have like Netflix. I just pay for too much other like
right. Like
Prime, and yeah, it's like you have to just stop.
I have to be picky and choosy, and pretty much if I don't catch it live, unless somebody tells me that I need to watch something or they give me a timestamp, I watch it on clip channels. I don't have the time to do all of that.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Tiffany. It's me, Tiffany. I just deal with like ads. Aw, thanks. Be right. I feel like summer gets so busy for some reason, you know? I don't know
Well, of
why.
course.
Yeah. Things just get people visit. I don't know. It just gets it's like that time of year.
I did my first stickers yesterday, Allie.
Oh, I heard you. I heard that. I was like so excited. You said with vinyl. I love vinyl. You said you're getting into it. I love it. Like I went from paper to vinyl, just like
I
you
made
know, when I
that.
was learning.
It's mountain.
Oh. Oh, wait, wait, wait,
Mountain.
wait, wait. Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, cool.
And then I did, gosh, that's not going to show up at all. It's got an arrow with it's like a dream catcher arrow.
Oh, cool. Oh my God, so much fun. I love it.
Anyway, so I just started, and I did a unicorn one on the same kind of a case. These are just some little containers they're just little metal containers that I've had, somebody gave them to me because I was going to try to do like,
There's so
remember
much you
Polly
can do.
Pockets? I
Yeah.
was going to do like a little miniatures thing like that, like a Polly Pocket scene.
Oh my God, you know, it's so random. Like I was looking and I don't know, it just kind of came up that there's like a Polly Pocket like Airbnb house like in Massachusetts. I think it's in Massachusetts somewhere
I
in
want
the
to
middle of
go.
nowhere.
Polly Pocket.
Look it up. Polly
Oh
Pocket.
my
It was like
God.
from the 80s, 80s.
Do you remember
90s?
Polly Pockets? Are you too young to remember Polly Pockets?
Yeah, she's like 10 years younger than us, so maybe
Yeah,
she did. Yeah.
no. I remember those bad boys. Come on now.
Okay.
But
So
I just didn't know there was a house that had like that was.
Yeah. Ellie was just telling us there's an Airbnb in the middle of nowhere, Massachusetts. That's
I
Polly
think it's
Pocket.
Massachusetts. It was so random, and you go there, but it's so weird because it's like everything's like plastic. I'm like, this does not look comfortable at all. It's like everything. It's really interesting. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I looked at the pictures. It just like came up on, I think, Facebook or something.
Listen, if they had Strawberry Shortcake Land, I would so fucking be there.
Or Care Bears or something.
Oh, Rainbow Bright.
Yeah. I don't remember. I mean, I don't like remember that one as much for some reason.
Wuzzles.
I mean, I do, but I don't.
Wuzzles, Puffalumps.
Wuzzles. I feel like I remember Wuzzles. Yep. Seeker still has her daughter's
Munchkins.
Polly Pockets. Yeah,
I
here's
have my
the Polly Pocket house. Yeah, you could
I have my
Airbnb
sister's.
it.
I have my
Totally.
sister's Polly Pockets, Ellie.
You do?
Yep, I could probably go right in and grab them. I have
that's
Nancy and Jessica's Polly Pockets. Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at this. I just looked it up and found it.
You did? Yeah. It's so
You
crazy,
found
it?
right? It's
Watch.
wild. Oh my God. There's like a news report.
Little bit story for you. Airbnb is throwing it back to the 90s with its latest listing.
Yes, it is a life-size 2-story Polly Pocket house to celebrate her 35th birthday, folks. She's opening up her home for visitors in Littleton, Massachusetts, and it comes with retro furniture, hair and nail accessories, throwback looks in the closet, and there's a life-size action park tent just outside the house. The Airbnb is open for single night stays from September 12th to the 14th. Mark your calendars. It's $89 per person.
Not bad deal.
Bookings, it's not. Bookings open August 21st. What's wild to me is watching that. It looks just like a tiny dollhouse, and I'm having a hard time scaling
That'd be
that.
a weird experience,
That's,
like
so
standing in there.
weird.
Yeah, weird vibes there. I think my sister had one of those. That's why
Did
I
she?
kind of remember it. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're going to book. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Little Polly Pocket.
Oh, Polly
All right, I'll
Pocket.
be right back and see if I can find it.
All right, here we go with the malls.
Okay, back to Molly.
Let's get Marissa out of the picture, and then all the money can be ours. Because she thought it would be easy. Well, I'm here to tell you that if it was easy, everyone would do it. But it's not. If you have a personality, that's what's going to get people. If you're thinking, if you have the balls to say exactly how you feel, and it aligns with the people that are watching you, yeah, you're going to probably make some really good donations. You're probably going to get a higher number of people watching you because they probably feel emotionally invested as you are. And then with Olivia, you know, oh, well, Olivia Johnson got all these subs. Well, guess what? Unlike you, but Bill Horn Betty, they're not going live to cause drama. You are. And you always have. I remember your little fucking coffee mornings and, oh, I'm not going to crack the fucking dawn. Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo. Get the fuck out of here. I don't even think, oh, thank you. I don't even think she will ever want, these people don't want to get jobs. They don't want to get jobs. So allegedly, there's a video of Blue and Betty running up on the Proudfoot's home and recording. I don't think that she would do that, running up on the, what do you call it? Because when she was here at my house, we went over to that girl's house. Morgan, was her name Morgan?
Well, damn. Whose house? Who's Morgan?
The one who shot.
I don't remember anybody with the last name of Morgan.
If anything, it was me.
First name of Morgan.
I'm the serial trespasser. She was loud and rude on her channel. She loves all the attention, acting like an idiot. I haven't seen her in a long ass time. I think I reviewed a video of her where she was like, I was in love. And I'm like, ooh, Smoothies nuts? What? Love. One night I was over here. I think I was like Swiffering my fucking floors with my little Swiffer mop.
Hey, Cheesy, what's up?
Hi, Morgan was that girl, that crazy girl that killed her parents or whatever, and they were all laid out in the. Oh, did you guys figure it out? I
know. I remember as soon as you said it.
Yeah,
And
they're all laid out in the
where?
lawn or whatever.
She laid them out?
Yeah, they were all laid out in the lawn. The lawn.
Oh,
Sorry, I was looking at the yard.
my God. Freaky.
And Betty and Molly went over there when Betty was at her house. I forget where it was, but the parents were like really weird and whatever. They like kept her secluded or whatever, and yeah, it was a really weird story. I can't remember the name of them though, but the girl's name was Morgan.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what their name was.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
She got into it with that guy. Remember, she walked up on the neighbors.
Yeah, neighbor. Yeah.
And he's like, "You guys."
Yeah, neighbor was walking by.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, "We can be here. It's all right. We're on public property." And they were putting up like a memorial or whatever along in the yard. Yeah.
Well,
And
thank
she
God
told
you
me
came up
about
with that.
midnight.
I didn't
And
remember it.
Oh my gosh, she was a little tipsy. She's Marissa. Dolly's with another girl. No, she said Jimmy. She goes, Jimmy's got a girl at his house right now. Like that. Fucking better. And I said, who the hell's Jimmy? Like that. She goes, Dolly Vision. And she was tipsy. She goes, please stop me from getting into my car. I'm going to drive up to Virginia. I go, Betty, not for nothing. Because I've done sessions like this before. And the girls were even sober. I said, let's just say you pulled up to the house right now. What exactly are you going to say? Have you thought about that? She goes, she uses a filter? And I was actually, I'll tell you one thing, I was shocked that she went fucking totally gray. Holy shit, that's the shit. That's how you know now. Look, someone was messaging me yesterday saying that Michelle Sabate looks like fucking shit. You do enough YouTube bullshit and let it get to you? Oh, people be looking rough. Give them 1 year. Give them 1 year on YouTube. They'll all be looking rough. Not me, bitch. Not me. I'm already claiming 50, and I'm not even 50 yet. Nobody wants to be 50 more than me. She needs her hair done. She always has. I've even given her purple shampoo.
No, because you've paid for that look. Of course you haven't aged.
Right. Come on now.
I mean, if I spend as much money on my looks as she did, I probably wouldn't age either.
Spur 66 member for 10 months. Thank you for supporting the Hive. Seeker gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much. Love. Brianna says, in my opinion, she literally trying to channel Trump, complete with an arrest, social media, martyrdom, and mugshot merch. Here, Brianna says there were whispers that it was between her and her parents, and then the story went away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
Spider Woman member for 16 months. Thank you so much for being here. Midwest member for 5 months. Thank you so much, love, for being here. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I'd never heard anything about that after Molly and Betty were there.
Yeah, I didn't either. Matter of fact, it just kind of went away.
Yeah.
Was that at the same time they tried to go get fascia fired? That they went and got fascia fired?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I probably have clips of her flipping tits on Neighbor, but I have to find them. Of course, Betty's always flipping tits everywhere she goes, so. Probably why she hasn't been wearing a bra lately, so they flip easier. Sorry.
I don't know. I resemble the braless remarks. So, I mean, sometimes we just don't want to. If you got big ones, sometimes you just don't even want them. Like, there's some days I don't want to feel like a horse that's been saddled all day. Just waiting in the barn, waiting for somebody to hop on and take a ride.
Mm-mm.
So, did you guys see the
Change
news
the
did an
subject,
update? Hold on, did you guys see the news did an update? Says
Yeah.
Sumner County Sheriff's Office dedicates one detective to Sebastian Rogers' case each
Yeah.
one detective each day. What the fuck does that even mean? I don't.
That there's every day there's one detective that is his job is to deal with and work on things related to Sebastian.
So do they
Rogers.
switch out every day? I mean, is it the same guy that comes into work and works on that case, or what?
That's what we don't know.
Yeah, it
I don't
sounds like it's a
understand
different
how that-
one, which doesn't make sense.
Right,
kind
that
of
it
reads
rotates.
different, don't it?
That one I couldn't figure out either. I was waiting to talk about that.
Yeah, but I don't know what that. Yeah, I just kind of wasn't sure if that's like if they're like is there so much going on that they gotta have one detective, or like is it just somebody that they make sure that's on the case every day? And if that's the case, do other kids get this kind of same treatment? I mean, what's
Yeah.
Again,
like
all
other missing children?
All great questions. Could it be that there's so much bullshit related to social media that's caused law enforcement to have to dedicate a detective? Like, these are all great questions.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, it's real short, but it's like a minute long. But
roll it.
Let's see what he's got to say.
And there's a second one too from the 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
I'll grab that too.
Appeared from his Sumner County home. Tonight, investigators say the search for Sebastian remains active. The teen vanished in February from his family's Hendersonville home. Organized searches have been held ever since, but still no sign of Sebastian. The acting Sumner County Sheriff says a detective has been dedicated to this case each day since Sebastian disappeared. And today, we spoke with Sebastian's father, Seth, who spent the last 6 months trying to uncover the truth of his son's disappearance.
As a father, you realize that a lot of things that you do in life is for your children. When they just go missing, the only thing you think about is trying to find them, bringing them home. Everything else is really not important.
Residents plan to hold a vigil for Sebastian later this month to keep hope alive. Tonight on News 2 at 10, we hear more about how residents can show their support for the Rogers family.
I put that one in back chat.
Yeah, I was still kind of confused by they assign a detective every day. I do wonder if it's from social media.
I do believe that it's one that rotates. I don't believe it's the same one every day. It sounds like they have X number of people on, and that one person gets chosen for that.
Maybe.
Well, he said assigned, so that happens during duty brief in the morning when they go in and hand out assignments of where you'll be patrolling that day and what your duties are. So
unimaginable challenges. February 26th, Seth Rogers' son Sebastian disappeared from Sumner County.
And since then, Seth has crisscrossed the state looking for his son. But as more time passes, he fears people will forget Sebastian. News 2's Sarah Smith shows us what Seth is doing to ensure that doesn't happen.
Nearly 6 months have passed since Sebastian Rogers went missing. His dad, Seth Rogers, says it feels like time stands still.
Still feels like one continuous day. Still looking, still getting tips, still trying to keep awareness that my son is missing so he doesn't disappear.
It's a case that's intrigued the country. Sebastian is 15 and has autism. On February 26th, he disappeared from his mom and stepdad's home in Hendersonville. Investigators say he wasn't seen leaving on home security cameras. Search crews have used boats, helicopters, and horses trying to find him.
We found nothing, which in itself is promising.
The more the merrier. You know, we want all hands on deck. We've got some very qualified other organizations that have offered to come in and help.
To keep Sebastian's name out there, the owners of Michaela's Mutt Motel are hosting an event in his honor. It's Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. at the Fallen Brewery in Clarksville.
His family reached out saying that Sebastian just really loved and adored animals. And so we were honored to be selected for the charity, but they wanted to give back to an animal charity in his honor. So we're very, very touched by the whole story.
I'm wanting the community to show up, help spread awareness that Sebastian is out there somewhere and that we need to find him.
Rogers is asking everyone to not give up hope in finding his son.
As a father, you realize that a lot of things that you do in life is for your children. And when they just go missing, you know, the only thing you think about is trying to find them.
The Sumner County Interim Sheriff says one detective a day is assigned to Sebastian's case. There's a peaceful protest planned outside their office on August 26th. Rogers hopes that this encourages investigators to provide more answers. Bob and
Yeah, so.
Did anybody else catch that was Michaela's Mutt's Motel? Is that the same Michaela that we've heard referenced before?
I questioned that too. I heard no, it's not.
Okay. Just curious because we seem to have.
But I heard it. I don't know if it's true, but I picked up on that too, but somebody said no, it wasn't her.
Okay. I was just curious if it was the same Michaela. That's all.
Yeah. I don't know for a fact if it isn't, but I heard no.
Just Samantha, peaceful. Have they met Bullhorn Betty?
Right.
Different Michaela. Thank you. Thank you. Again, I needed that question. I needed to be able to ask that question to others that might be smarter than me right now.
You see in the title, we're going to talk about the JLR thing, huh?
Yes, we haven't gotten to that portion of.
Oh, good.
We started.
I didn't even realize you guys. I didn't even realize you guys were live. I was watching somebody else.
Sometimes it happens. I don't get notifications either, or what, it doesn't come up as like a little red dot. Not that kind of red dot.
We started off with Mooley.
Not that kind of red dot.
I was going to say, Queen's probably happy she doesn't come up with a red dot.
Oopsie. Oh gosh. Yes, she gets some hours later too. It's
Oh, Marie, thank you. Grandma's doing well.
Oh, good.
I have created a monster with the hot springs and my grandmother. Twice a day now.
She loves it. That's good. It's so good for her.
I
Amazing.
don't. It's really not a monster. It just makes me happy that she did it.
Yeah, that's so good.
She's actually physically doing better. So we've been doing much more things. We went out and rode the senior van the other day so that she could get acclimated, so she wants to go on her own. So I've been trying to do all this stuff and all the things. And she did enjoy her birthday. Not only did I take her to lunch and take her to the pool, then my cousin and her family took her out for ice cream and out to see the bison. So yes, she had a great birthday. 87, we rung it in hard. So thank you for asking.
So that's wonderful, Voices.
Oh, you and Grandma have the same birthday, Marique. Well, happy belated birthday.
That is great.
I just YouTube Inspector Gadget says, just an opinion, but why aren't they doing a fundraiser event for an award fund instead of animals at this time? I think it could be more helpful, in my opinion.
Well, reward funds really aren't always the best either, because all the not that all the crazies haven't come out already in this case. Right. So I guess it wouldn't really matter, but I know I've heard that reward funds really ain't that great. So I don't know.
Well, that day the SF was up here, he talked about that, and he said that reward funds can cause a lot more consternation to the family than they are worth the help, because then there are, like what Cheesy said, the crazies that come out and they want to give you all these tips and they get you all riled up, and then it ends up being a lot of nothing.
Right.
Quick question. Have you guys heard about the 12? She's either 12 or 13, but she was lured out of her home. And they found her. She actually texted her dad on Messenger and told her dad where she was. Yeah. And here, I'm gonna go try to find it real quick.
That's wonderful. I mean, not that she was lured, but wonderful that she.
And then I was gonna say, do you guys want to pop JLR on with his little bombs that he was dropping, or what?
Oh yeah, that's what we were waiting for that segment of the show.
I watched part of that. That was
this is the one right here, right? That's the one here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I watched part of this.
Okay, so does he talk about old Betster in the first part or the second part? Because I only got to see a little bit.
I think I feel like at the beginning, maybe, because
I don't know. I got a message that said, "Hey, you should turn this on," and I turned it on.
I did too, but I couldn't. I got a message on it. I was like, "Fuck!" I couldn't. I was busy. So I was like, "God damn it!"
I watched it on somebody else's channel, so I don't know.
The chat will know. The chat always knows. They'll tell you.
Tell us.
Give them a minute.
Tell us. Let us know. Beginning, middle, or end. Amy says all the air was getting punched last night.
Oh, fuck, right it was. She was live earlier going off.
I think it was more towards the beginning, because on the other person's channel that I was watching, I saw him say, "Come on in, come on in."
Okay.
I feel like it was at the beginning.
He doesn't even do his come on in thing. He doesn't, I don't, you know what I'm saying? On here. Look. Oh, hello. Yeah, he does. I just got in fast speed.
Yeah. I was going to say, I thought I saw him say, "Come on in."
Are live. JLR Investigates. Hello, everyone. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? Come on in. Come on in. Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers talk. Come on in, everyone. There's a lot of things going on in this case right now that has taken a weird and very strange turn. I titled this video, "Proudfoots Seek Protection." Now, most of you that have been following this case know a little bit about what I'm talking about here. We're talking about last week or a couple weeks ago, the Proudfoots have filed a protection order against a YouTuber claiming this, that, and the other, but we don't really know specifics. The question is, how deep is this situation? Because some things are coming out in the last 24 hours. JLR is ready to spill the tea a little bit and share with you what I've uncovered and what I...
He did not just fucking say JLR is ready to spill the fucking tea.
Yes, he sure did.
Yes, he did.
And I bet the thing that pissed her off the most is he did not say her name once.
Nope, just a YouTuber. Just
Yep.
a YouTuber.
Yeah, I heard I got a little fucking mention here in the end of this.
Yeah.
I said, he's like something, the interviews, blah, blah. I said, we did a good we had a good conversation. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, I think it was like a comment or something that he was reading or something about our interview with Chris and Katie.
We had a great conversation with them. We
Yeah, no,
asked
he did.
a lot of the questions that when people wanted it focused about Sebastian, that's where we kept the focus.
See, and you can kind of read the room and feel and see things going on. Now, the Proudfoots have an issue with a YouTuber.
He says a fucking YouTuber, but listen. We'll keep it going for a minute.
And some people in the chat are saying, Proudfoots filing a protection order. What are they seeking a protection order? Why are the Proudfoots seeking a protection order? Great question. Why? What is really going on to them that we do or do not know about? Because apparently there's some things being done to the Proudfoots. And they feel like these things have crossed the line, it looks like. And they have taken measures now, legal measures, against an individual, claiming this, that, and the other. But we don't really know what specific details. These documents seem to be sealed or unavailable, and some of it gets leaked out. But apparently the YouTuber wasn't properly served, or there's an issue about service. So the Proudfoots last week went into court, and they went in there, and believe it or not, the Sumner County Sheriff, a representative with the Sheriff's Office, and the District Attorney of Sumner County were there, which people thought were interesting, because why would the Sheriff's Office and DA be there with the Proudfoots? People say, well, the Proudfoots are in bed with the Sheriffs. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about that. Apparently the Proudfoots feel something is going on, but it might be worse than what we think it is. And possibly, folks, my sources are telling me that Proudfoots are pressing criminal charges. And when I say criminal charges, for what? I don't know. I can only speculate. Stalking, harassment, terroristic threats, reckless endangerment. I don't know.
Damn, he says some terroristic threats. But listen, you know what kills me? When he says, I'm in the know. We're in the know. No, the fuck you're not. Stop that.
Well, he knows how she acts. He taught her, so she says.
Her. Yeah, her. I'm talking about the case. He's like, we're in the
sorry.
know. We're in the know.
But, folks, there has been new revealing information that is out there. And it might not just be one YouTuber. It might be escalation to other people. It's what my sources are telling me. Other people involved. What will happen here? I don't know, folks. But we're monitoring it, and we'll see what's happening. Because if the Proudfoots can seek a protection order off, someone talking about them, then I could get one. Any other person that covered this case on YouTube to get one. I never got served, and I don't think any other. I just think one YouTuber got served. I don't think any other YouTubers got served with anything. Because it is free speech about saying things online. If you feel someone is saying something to you that you feel is wrong, incorrect, slander, defamation, libel, whatever, or even criminality, you can always send that person a cease and desist or tell them what the offense that they're doing and telling them and giving them an opportunity to retract and or stop. But there might be some more things going on behind the scenes. And in our group, we have a group, Sebastian Rogers group, it's a big group. There's been some screenshots posted. And it seems like these screenshots are coming from people's YouTube channels and Discord. And people are talking. They're talking. And what these people are doing, which I find very, very...
Are these the screenshots we were showing yesterday? Because I seen Jay for Justice. She was showing them today. It was the
I
same
saw
one.
those. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Interesting considering the circumstances around this case dealing with Seth Rogers and Tony Mathis. But what these people are posting makes me go, They're posting screenshots, folks, of financial records, financial transactions made by Tony Mathis, the spokesperson for Seth. And these financial transactions of Tony giving that particular YouTuber money to do what that YouTuber is doing to the Proudfoots. I think that's a big deal. And I think some things are going on.
The super chat.
Tony.
So he's referring to the screenshot of the $50 super chat. saying Seth and I
Yeah.
support you 100%.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. But I wouldn't put it past them.
Might not have ever sent money to anybody. It could be totally not true. But let me ask all of you a question, because this goes back to Tony and Seth Rogers going on court TV just the other day and been saying it off and on for a while, that they're not getting any information from law enforcement. They want law enforcement to clear Seth. They're not getting anything of anything. But at the same time, why do you think they're not getting information if they're not getting the information? I don't even know what to believe in. I'm just getting the information and I'm throwing it out on you guys and let you guys decide. But think about this, folks. Think about this. If Sumner County Sheriff's Office and the district attorney are in a court hearing with the Proudfoots, dealing with the Proudfoots getting harassed, and you had this guy, apparently, I'm not saying it's true. If it's not true, he can reach out to me and set the record straight. But I'm in possession of screenshots. A lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. There's screenshots where Tony Mathis is giving this individual who's doing what the Proudfoots are claiming are being done to them, giving that individual money. Almost like either giving them money to do it or giving this YouTuber money to egg them on to do what they're doing to the Proudfoots.
Oh. Did you see what Glenda just said? Glenda says, hang on. No, Voices. It's the Cash App or Venmo. He's
not her the day she chased the virus. She sent a Cash App or where he sent a Cash App and said that here's a stake. It's on me. My girl don't play or some bullshit like that.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, that changes things.
$34. Look, Glory's afforded $34 stake plus the tip equals $50.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, my daughter sent me a Venmo the other day for hookers and blow. So
I wrote that on this month's rent check.
I don't do either one of those. So and then she sent me one another day that said fitties and titties.
Oh, hell no. Could you imagine the fucking shit you would go through? If your daughter went missing or something happened or whatever, and somebody fucking read those, holy sheep shit, Batman. Could you imagine the shit that they would say if that came across? Somebody else. Oh my God.
By the way, my daughter is 31, so just so everybody knows.
I know that, but I'm saying, like, if you put yourself in these people's shoes, you know what I'm saying? Or
I know.
Shoes, you know, like,
I know.
People would try to have a shit fit.
Oh my God, yeah. It might even be clipped now. So,
well, and really, at this just shows that it's a bigger circle of harassment going against Chris and Katie out here than they were aware, because now it fully extends to the person that's working with Seth. This kind of completes full circle on it. So it just makes it all the more detrimental towards Chris and Katie, in my opinion.
Well, they did go to court. That detective went to court with him. He was seen there. So why we were all like, hey, why would there be a detective there if, you know, unless he was just there for moral support, but often do detectives do that?
Probably because he was going to be called to testify.
Probably. And she's been acting awfully nervous.
Face some big problems. And you guys, I see the chat. I see what you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, it just goes with, you know, at the same time, I roll my eyes when I see these two go on TV and claim they're not getting this, that, and the other and demanding more or less. And then at one point trashing the law enforcement. You know, to get him cleared. I want this guy got cleared. But at the same time, these two individuals are working with a YouTuber who now is accused of doing bad things to the Proudfoots and possibly taking it to a criminal element here. No wonder the police are not giving them any information. Unless you feel otherwise. Now, a lot of you guys, I see some chat. I see people in the chat saying, well, I'm a little confused.
Oh, shit. Tony Mathis called out. Hold on. Tony Mathis called out JLR and said, you have no screenshot. This is in the comment section of this video right here. You have no screenshot. That's not manufactured. It simply didn't happen. You have my number, bud. Man up and reach out. I'm easy to get a hold of.
My thing is where would they get screenshots like that other than from Tony or Betty? I mean,
well,
can you see Venmo?
Okay, you can see Venmo. Yeah, you can see Venmo. You cannot see Cash App or PayPal, but you can see Venmos. If the profile is public or whatever.
Oh.
Well, didn't they just have something go on in Tony's Discord with the 3 o'clock girls?
Yeah. Yep. Screenshots got leaked. Kayla Ray posted them on her TikTok.
That's what I thought. So I would dare to say that we might have just tracked back another source of the reveal.
Yeah. I'm a little bit confused. You have to read the room. You have to pay attention to what's going down, because I think a lot of people in the chat know what I'm talking about. Some might not, but some might be, left behind a little bit. We covered Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers on a continuous basis. We see what's going on. We know what's going on. Now, just talking about somebody, if the prophets are saying in a protective order that they want to seek a protective order just because people are talking about them, I think that's frivolous and should be thrown out completely. Don't you? I don't think you can get a protective order against someone simply by just talking. What is there more to it that we do not know? And my sources are telling me yes. Like, we're talking about stuff where criminal behavior. Now, some people are asking, what can happen in this case? When a district attorney or the sheriffs get involved, it's a big, big deal. Like, I'm talking about the Proudfoots, and I'm just using me as an example. And a lot of you guys, creators, I know there's creators in the chat that have been talking about the Proudfoots. We talk about the Proudfoots. We speculate. Early stages looking for Sebastian. Might run around there looking. But 6 months into it, going to their house or contacting them or encouraging people to contact them and stuff like that, do you feel like that is crossing the line? Because I'll be honest, I think she's 100% guilty. Me. I think a lot of people out there are guilty of things.
Just like you are, JLR. Just like you are. Come on now. Come on now. We're going to need you to hop down off that little pedestal you done put yourself up on here.
Right?
A lot of people are guilty of a lot of things. So are you, big dog.
Yeah, right.
You just do it secretly behind the fucking scenes.
And we have to take everything he says with a grain of salt.
Oh,
a big grain of salt.
And I'm also sitting here thinking, even though my daughter's humor is like that, I probably should tell her to stop sending me Venmo like that.
Especially if you might have it public.
That
I don't have it public.
And don't be telling people.
That's just her humor goofing around. But anyway, it was actually for pizza.
That I feel gets away with things. But who are we to do anything about it? I learned that over time. That's how I try to get better. Me, personally. I was an activist a few years ago, and I really pushed the envelope a little bit, but I kind of put the brakes back a little bit and understand the situation and put it in the hands of law enforcement. We're not judge, jury, or executioner in a sense. We can talk about things, but, I would love to see her, things, but you can't there's consequences. You can't.
You guys, I'm so shocked. White Boy Lockdown Radio played a fucking video yesterday in the opening of his live of JLR. I said, holy fuck, Uni got sued for talking about So Uni's whole family got sued for talking about certain things, and you're gonna play a fucking video like that? You're a bold motherfucker, man. Oh fuck! Did you guys watch it? Anybody see it?
No, I missed it.
Well, if you haven't seen it yet, you might want to go just, watch the first like 2 minutes of White Boy. Oh, I'm not going to say it. Oh, I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
If you want to go investigate, you go right on ahead.
I think I kind of know what you're talking about. I remember why he got sued.
Yeah. Look, I've had that video on my computer for years, never knew what to do with it. Yeah. He'll sent it to me like a year ago. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, fuck. What the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
No, Jed, it does not involve. Actually, it's probably how Chili's got started. It's all right. Enough of that. Let's get back to this.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just saying, when you guys see the filing come through for him on, for White Boy Lockdown Radio, let me know. Hey, just Samantha, what's up?
Hey guys, I came to hang out again. If you wanna play the video, and then I'll hit you with my thoughts.
This right here, this video here.
Yeah. You keep doing what you're doing, and then I'll tell you what I came up for.
Oh, you want to? Okay, all right.
You just have to let the course play it out and put it in law enforcement's hands and see what happens. Maybe she isn't even involved. Maybe she's even not involved. My mind on this particular case, dealing with all of these people, I call them the unusual suspects. All of them, each and every one of them. You can make an argument for each and every one of them. I was going to make this live today. I was going to say about Tony, specifically about Tony, because I just think Tony, this guy, and I personally don't like it. I'm showing a little bit biased here. But sitting back, analyzing this case, and when this guy stepped in, it just completely destroyed the case on all these levels.
Hey, Crude, what up, man? Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Misinformation, threats, getting rid of PIs, him aligning himself with people that are now doing things to the Proudfoots. It's a complete, and while he sits in, not even in the state of Tennessee, it's almost like a wizard behind.
I had to throw a little buddy in there like JLR. Just working out. Hell yeah, man, get it.
Behind the curtain. It's like a wizard behind the curtain, somebody afar, all the way back somewhere else. That feels like I can just say this and do this because Tennessee can't get me. I'm not in the state of Tennessee. But I can tell you that this guy, people have shown me that they reported this guy to law enforcement simply for payments to this individual for doing things and other behaviors. But what does this all mean? Do you feel like, and I ask you guys with general curiosity, do you feel, we'll just say like this, do you feel like this guy has helped or hurt the case? Do you feel like he's helped or hurt the case? We actually put a poll out tonight about it. Let's see where the poll is. I'm actually going to look at this poll. We put the poll out. We said, has Tony Mathis helped or hurt the case? Or neither? 54 votes in. Here's what people say. Here's the consensus. This poll came out today. Is Tony Mathis helping or hurting the Sebastian Rogers case? Helping, hurting, neither.
Hey, BChem, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How you doing? I think it hurt the case. I think Tony Mathis is a fucking clown. I find it very interesting. He talks about multiple payments and talking about discords and other things like that. And it makes me wonder if there's more money coming under, because Betty was very, very defensive of Mr. Seth Rogers' channel. And it makes one wonder what is the, okay, and we all know Betty's money motivated. She doesn't do things based upon the kindness of her heart. She's money motivated. So what if there is other payments being paid? what maybe this explains why she's very much in the defensive of Mr. Seth Rogers and Tony Mathis. And I just wonder if there's more. Now, maybe he's just referring to the actual super chats, the $50 super chats. But
no, I asked the same thing, and they said no, that there's Venmo receipts that have gotten leaked.
Wow, see, so I mean, I'm just, you know what I mean? Like it just shows why she's so heavily invested in one side, because she's money motivated to defend that one side, and it's very telling.
Yep. And if you're going to pay in public, then God knows what you're doing behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, I would not be shocked.
This is what I came up for. Like, all hypothetically, theory, speculation, but knowing BHB's temperament, we've seen her across the street filming that campground. What do you guys think the chances are of her not going inside? I don't think she can help herself, that she would drive in that campground, look around, see if she can find them, be curious, anything that she can report on, and she wouldn't share that to the public, though, her actually cruising inside. Like, I couldn't put it past her.
Well, I'm just saying that the situation could be that, and that may be why the protective order was given so quickly. Maybe there is more surveillance footage, because she often talks about, you know, Chris has surveillance footage, and maybe that was supplied.
What about her open admissions of, I was on their street at 3 a.m. I did this, like the being there, the fundraising to go to this, all of that whole trip, and all the bullshit that she did. Plus then being open, in my opinion, being open about going to Mississippi, talking to people, going to stores, gas stations, coffee shops, all of that shows stalking on people who have been granted a set of rights that gives them the right to a reasonable expectation to privacy in and out of their home. They're not public figures.
Voices, do you think she would have drove up in the campground? That she couldn't help herself?
She has. I believe
definitely.
she has. And I believe that she has people that are still, because she knows that she can't. I believe she's also using third party. Again, I believe, these are my beliefs. Nobody else is up here. Mine and mine alone. Because as I've stated multiple times, Betty and I go back all the way to the beginning of the bullshit for Tennessee. And I believe, I believe that she is using a third-party tactic to harass and stalk this family.
I agree.
I
do too. I also.
She is basically, she accuses everyone else of cyber stalking and how it's a federal offense, guys. It's a federal offense. Yep. And meanwhile, she's doing cyber stalking using proxies such as Facebook, personal messages, and other, and using payments as a way to fund her fucking cyber stalking. And it's just crazy. And it goes and it's not just like a news report where you're sitting there and you're just talking about your opinions of a case, or you're looking up articles, you're looking up things like that. This woman has to sorry about the earbud warm. I just have to, sorry about that. This woman is just literally sitting there and doing the exact same shit she cried about for fucking 2 years. And it's just wild to me. But then she says, I'm hiding under protective. I'm a member of the press. You know what then? Queen, me, Voices, Cheesy, and just Samantha. We're all members of the press. We're all reporting on the news of a YouTuber we allege is stalking the family of a kid that's, Chris and Katie. We're reporting on that, so we're protected by that too. Such fucking bullshit, hypocritical bullshit from this lady.
Right? Don't you remember? We all made our badges back then too.
Yeah, we got badges. I can pull my badge up. I'll just pull it up. But it's just crazy that this person is basically, talks about how, and then her excuse, her defense is, well, the reason why I don't cyber stalk I just do it personally because
I was
it's a
just going to
federal
say
offense.
that.
And I was like, ma'am, like, what the fuck? And I just love how, and let's be real about JLR. JLR did a lot of the same things that Betty did in the early days of this case. He was standing in front of the house. The only difference, he was filming on the streets. He was standing in front of Chris's job site. The only difference is JLR wasn't as stupid as Betty and fucking crazy. At least he fucking didn't say, I'm going to get a machete. I'm going to get a gun back into the state because reciprocity. Didn't go and confront people screaming like a lunatic. That's the difference. Betty is fucking unhinged. And that is the main difference between JLR and her. One is fucking completely unhinged, the other is not. And Betty stepped way over that line. And it's not, and Chris and Katie's not going after them because Betty has an opinion and she's reporting on the case. If that was the case, they would have sent a bunch of fucking, or protective orders on a bunch of other people. They didn't because they wouldn't be able to get one. They wouldn't be able to get one on Justin. They wouldn't be able to get one on Smiley or the lab or Christmas Donna or any of these other people. It's just that simple.
Those people also didn't leave their homes, raise money to go there, and then stalk and use others to continually stalk the family.
And get out of their car and start yelling at somebody in public. And
well, it's a threat, and then threaten the kid. Then threaten the kid, saying, "Well, it would be such a shame that this, that Faith would be unsafe in that house because of crazy YouTubers." And she does their usual dog gesture where she's looking away. You know how a dog knows they're guilty? They look away from you. They're like looking around. They're looking around, and that's what she does. And she's just she stepped over the line. And I just love it for her that now JLR is calling her out but not even bothering, not even giving her the respect to mention her channel. You know why he didn't mention that? Because he doesn't want you guys to watch her. He doesn't want to give her clout. He just says the YouTuber. And think about how much that's going to burn Betty. Because if Betty was actually in a relationship with JLR, he doesn't even want to acknowledge her existence. And that burns her off. And she's probably thinking about what ways she could just the dirt that's going to come in that she's going to say about JLR. The problem is it doesn't matter what dirt you say about JLR because he's already said all the fucking worst things possible on this platform. And he's even got a book. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, I was waiting to pipe in to say about how she does things in person, not on the computer, because that's cyber stalking. I was waiting to say that, but then you did. But yeah, she's psychotic, in my opinion. And back when you said one's what did you say? One's unhinged and one's not. Well, allegedly one's on medication. So
that's probably, allegedly if he's on medication, but probably why he's not acting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at this point. I mean, that kind of explains it a little. One has a stable relationship and is actually being treated and, understands that, he's still doing fucking shady stuff, but he's not fucking batshit crazy like Betty. Let's just be real.
How about we leave meds out of this?
Yeah, well, I'm not saying anything against it. I mean, at least he's doing his thing and he's doing it right. He's following what he should be doing, doctor's orders or whatever. I wasn't saying anything against that. I'm just saying,
I'm just saying
he has been unhinged.
One is being treated and is perfectly fine. The other is not being treated and is, in my opinion, acts like a batshit crazy person. And honestly, this lady is batshit crazy. You read her filings, you listen to her live streams. She's clearly paranoid. She talks about in the we all the time, which is fucking weird because she's not the we. She's fucking sits, her mood swings are from, smiling and laughing to screaming and yelling. This woman, in my opinion, is unhinged. And that's just in my opinion.
Tim, what do you think about the photo? Even though she didn't take that photo, she shared it of them at the restaurant with the daughter in it. And as far as like we call it a PFA in Pennsylvania. So in that protection order, then you cannot do anything that has to do with third party, which would include Facebook, social medias. You can't contact them, speak about them, say their name, anything like that. You broke it.
Yeah. Anyway, that was just my opinion. If we wants to hit the play button, unless anyone else has anything to say.
No, they want to watch the video.
Uh,
93% of the people feel like he has hurt this case significantly. But let's talk. Let's go even more deeper, folks. If he is giving money, if he's giving money to a YouTuber that is accused of stalking and harassing the Proudfoots, do you think law enforcement at this point should give him and Seth any information in reference to this case? If he's giving money. Now, those payments could be fake, they're screenshot, could be bitter people. I don't know the authenticity of anything anymore. But they're both on TV complaining regularly. For one thing, they bash the police, and then they love the police. But then they, wonder why they're not getting information. What do you think? Remember Crabtree? Crabtree put out a video about Tony saying that he's like he does things behind the scenes. Remember this guy right here, Crabtree? Guy right here. Remember that guy? He put out a TikTok video. Make sure we're all right here. Yeah, he put out a TikTok video. I want you to listen to this. He talks about his experience. Now, remember, he's claiming that Tony put words in his mouth about the time Sebastian, or about this reported sighting about Sebastian. Now, look at this.
I'm going to show y'all something, man. Normally, I don't even put this out there, but this is where it's really got me because I got told I faked that image. I've done this. I've done blah, blah, blah. And it's crazy to me because you got teeny tiny TikTok Tony running his mouth. He's the one that put the words in my mouth about the video. I made one crucial mistake in that wording, which was the if. That's where I messed up. I apologize for it. But also, Tony doesn't tell you that the phone call that happened, after I left there, was a phone call that Seth wasn't involved with, that he said, it's safe to assume, right? Hear what I'm saying, it's safe to assume. Or the next day when shit hit the fan, he calls me cussing me. But yet I said, hey, man, you're recorded. And he tries to backtrack his statements. I'm over all this, man. I'm not doing this to gain fame, notoriety, anything like that. I talk about what I care about and what I'm passionate about. What I'm passionate about is Sebastian. He's missing, still ain't been found. And I could contribute by getting out here when I have nothing else to do, like sit at home and be a keyboard warrior. Instead, I get involved. I'm going to show y'all what Panoptics looks like when you see trees and what they look like. And I'm in the same area. So what you see right here is the hillside. See that? Now, let's go up. We're going to find some trees, guys. Now, they're all up and down this area. The little blobs you see, those are fish. Don't get alarmed, nothing big. Can you see where the fish are coming in and off? Now, look at the tree branches right here. Oh, my God. That is what tree branches look like. Brush piles, stuff like that. I'm pointing right over there. You don't see it on top, but see the tree branches. Again, they're all through this area right here. Tree branches, big mountain, big boulder rock right there. That's what I was talking about. Tree branches. Again, you can see fish swimming real time. All that stuff. Another tree branch. It's probably a rock area with fish hanging off of it.
Yeah, old Betster tries to make fun of him because he sees fish in the lake. Well, what the fuck else do you think you're gonna see in there?
Right.
Does she not understand that is an actual sonar machine used for fishing? Like, duh.
I wanted to say something real quick about what we were talking about before with JLR and Betty, him not going across the lines, is because he's been to prison. She has gotten away with everything she's ever done, allegedly. So there's that too. So she thinks she's untouchable. So she'll go above and beyond and do what's, in my opinion, do what she wants.
Well, it's just plain that she gets away with it. She's just gotten away with a lot. And unfortunately, when someone gets away with a lot of things, like you say, they think they're above the law. And eventually, they're not going to be so fucking above the law eventually. So, you know what I mean?
Hey, B Legend, I agree. They don't call it a fish finder for no reason, Betty.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that just shows you, like, I mean, like this young guy, this Crabtree guy seemed to have a little bit more of a better motivation to get involved than a lot of these other people, these other sketchy characters like Tony Mathis and like Betty. And basically he got fucked over because he didn't realize who he was getting in bed with. He's getting in bed with very fucking terrible people that, you know, basically play games behind, you know, chats and and try to figure out how to fuck with people and stuff like that, you know. So
and why do you think Tony, real quick, why do you think Tony brought in only felons?
Well, there's nothing wrong with, you know,
there's nothing wrong with felons, but he was probably hoping that they would, you know, skirt the line.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I think he was just
I
lazy.
think he did because he
Well, let
thinks
me
that they
finish.
would, because they have a record, that they would skirt the line. Not saying that they would
No,
because they're
I'm trying to
felons.
say, let me
I'm not
say
saying that.
Yeah, can I state
Uh-huh.
that? I'm trying to state that I think he just did it because he was a lazy piece of shit that didn't do background checks.
Not true, but I just think that he just figured, you know, oh, these, like a lot of people think that I don't, but think that they would do something like that.
You're
It's
giving him too much credit. You're
my
giving
opinion.
him way too much credit. He does not do any research. He's basically just, you know, attaches himself like a fucking leech, Tony Mathis, to a tragedy and tries to fucking leech as much as he can so that he can get, like, look good on the camera. And that's pretty much it. That's all it is.
I still believe he's trying to start a business.
I believe so too, but I think that business is fucking sailed. That ship has sailed, because when it comes to like the situation when like this, I mean, you're a lot of times the support you get was more online than mainstream media, and he looks pretty fucking dirty right now. So, anywho, if you wanted to say something else, Cheesy, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to take off, guys. I gotta go get Grandma to the library and go have senior pancake day. So I will see y'all later.
Have a good
Bye.
day, voices.
Thank you. Bye.
See you later. Cheesy, what were you saying? I missed what you had said.
Well, I was just saying that I figured Tony was bringing in all the felons because he figured that because they were felons that they would do nasty stuff, is why he was bringing in the Stephen Crabtree, the Nina, whatever her name was, and stuff like that, you know. Not saying that they would just because they're felons. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying maybe he thought that they would skirt the line and do what, or go across the line and do what he wanted them to do. So I honestly believe it, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. B-Tim says I'm giving him too much credit.
Let's do that. Now I'm going to see going on over there. Oh, man. Crazy how that works. How you can see the fish real time. But I don't know how to read this, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I'm sorry, guys. At the end of the day, I'm out here. I'm trying to do my part. I never meant for anything ever to go wrong, and I've always been big about speaking up when I made mistakes. I've also been big about, hey, man, separating myself from an individual who I think is he's honestly just a curse. He has no morals. He stands behind a keyboard and women pushing his, general thoughts out, but yet doesn't have the balls enough to pick up the phone, as he would say. What I'm going to tell you is I waited 2 weeks before putting that out, and I've said that several times. I never got an answer. I sat there sleepless nights. My wife will tell you. I laid there trying to figure everything out, and I couldn't. Didn't understand. It's the fact that, I've got screenshots upon screenshots of where Tony's controlling the narrative behind the background, and at the end of the day, it's ridiculous to me. I begged my brother to come out here, and he likes to fish, man. That's what he does. Gives me company, especially the last couple of weeks doing this, because I had no answers, man. And I damn sure just didn't want to be out here by myself. It's crazy to me that I do this day in and day out, and I get nothing but hate and rhetoric for whatever reason. And it's ridiculous, man. Because at the end of the day, he's not. What has he done? He's not a spokesperson. Spokespeople don't do what he does. And he wants to talk about apologize. The last thing I want to say, I need to apologize for putting this out. Seth had that image before anybody had that image because of one person that was on a video with me that day. And we were talking FaceTime. I got upset when she sent it to him. You can ask her that. Why would you do that? I waited before ever putting that out. The second thing I'll say is you say apologize for, hurting them, blah, blah, blah. One, go look at the videos I put. Never mention that it was him or say that. I said, I don't know. I don't know. But I know what I'm saying doesn't look like to be a tree. What I will tell you is that the many times that I've come on here and I've talked about things I care about, I generally try to keep some things out of the public. Always have. Because 99% of the things you do see in this water, nothing. They are branches. They're boxes. They're from a flooded town. And yet, Tony has yet to contribute by going to the news and misspeaking and then having to get it corrected the next morning. They're cited, right? This. I do apologize to Chris, Katie, and Seth. But I'm looking for answers, man. I'm not on at 2 a.m. in the morning with a bunch of women theorizing about how Chris and Katie did it. I also scaled back my opinions, how I felt about Chris and Katie, because truthfully, I don't know anymore. I don't know. None of us do. But it's okay for you to go in there and dog the shit out of them. But I need to apologize. Right. What I would tell you, man, is you're a nuisance. I think you're a crime sleuth. And I think you're somebody that interjects yourself into things that you shouldn't be in. And it's all about, I'm a spokesperson. No, man, you've done this twice. And honestly, both times you miserably failed. You can bring up all my past. You can do all of that stuff, man. I talked about it. I'm proud of who I am today. And I love myself. Obviously something you don't. And it's clearly.
Now we know why Betty went the fuck off today on him. Betty went the fuck off on Stephen Crabtree today. Now we know why.
Seen because you're dragging other people down. See, it wasn't about ever defending Seth, was it? Like you said it was. In these group texts where you're like, we need to go after Illuminati and Salty Lunatic and Barbecue and all these people. It's never been about that. It's been because these people question you. That's the problem.
Interesting. He was talking about Tony Mathis. Now, Tony, no experience whatsoever as being a spokesperson, claims he works for Seth. But what has he done with this particular case in a positive way? Remember he just said the other day, I want everyone to talk about this case in a positive way. Be positive. But what has he actually done? He basically pushed law enforcement away from Seth, where they're not even communicating with Seth. And the reason, one of the two reasons I can assume that I think is, one, he's paying another YouTuber to do things, or paying another YouTuber who's doing things to the Proudfoots, whether he's directing it, egging her on, giving her some tip money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. And two, putting out all this crazy information that required law enforcement to respond and say it's nothing but garbage. Legitimate PIs that were working on this case to find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers were gone. They left. They actually, one of them left as soon as he came on, said, I'm not even going to work with this guy. Caleb Harris's dad told him to get off that case in Texas. And for some reason, he jumps and gravitates with Seth. And Seth's not going to go anywhere with this case. And it's not going to get anywhere with this guy on board. But I think even if Seth got rid of him, and I say fire Tony, I don't know if you guys see, but he can do whatever he wants. It's his life. He can have anybody he wants on the side of him. It's his life. But even if he got rid of him, I think the damage has been done.
What do y'all think?
I think I need to stop watching YouTube because, as he was saying, the damage is already done. I was saying the damage is already done. I'm agreeing with JLR. I need to quit YouTube.
Oh, fuck.
I agree too.
Y'all need to save
What
me.
you've done. I mean,
Queen, who is that? I'm sorry, that guy in the boat, Crabtree? Is he just like, he was a good guy who was a citizen who just wanted to go help look for Sebastian? Or is he like a TikToker and he does this?
that's who Tony Mathis brought on as a teammate.
Yeah.
And then he said he doesn't want to be on no team with him. He had a falling out. And then him and Betty got into it a few times, and that's pretty much that.
Well, have you noticed that the names that was said, Barbecue Lady, Cluminati, a Salty Something, Crabtree, these are all names that Mr. Tony Mathis has an issue with. Then all of a sudden, you know, Bulldog Betty, he starts having multiple videos about, you know what I mean? Like Barbecue Lady and stuff like that. And it makes me wonder, are we seeing the same thing that he was doing with Delta behind the scenes? Hey, here's some information. Would you like to go at them? Just a thought. Just one of those conspiracy, tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, whether now Bullhorn Betty or Bulldog Betty is now out there trying to fucking do work for a certain fucking bald-headed piece of shit, garbage human being who leeches himself on fucking cases. Just a thought.
I agree, B Tim, because even listening to MGL earlier, like for that judge to grant those three, the judge was shown something that was like, yep, okay, you got it.
Yeah. But, I'm just wondering if that's the case. But it could be wrong. But based upon the screenshots yesterday, it makes one wonder. Because when the fuck does Barbecue Lady ever enter into Bullhorn Betty's fucking realm of anything? Like, let's be real. Or when does, like, any of these salty... I mean, like, who the fuck, the salty person? Makes no fucking sense. But yet now... And then sooner when Mr. Tony Mathis started having a major problem with Mr. JLR, suddenly Betty has a huge problem with JLR. It just seems like there might be someone directing this very, very fucking unhinged individual, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Could be absolutely wrong. And this is an opinion, not a fact, but an opinion.
And she just randomly, like, threw out Clue's name and blamed her for that situation with Katie. That's another one.
Right. And we all know that she's not only money motivated, but she's also motivated by people rooting her on. She doesn't, like, when we see her go out in places by herself, she's usually pretty meek and mild in on the camera. But when she's out there with other people are rooting her on, that's when she goes crazy. So yeah, she's got him rooting her on. Yeah, that explains why she's going bad shit.
I just wonder, because what's interesting is Mr. Tony Mathis seems awfully quiet lately. Just seems very, very quiet. And that's interesting to me. And I think that man has an ego the size of fucking the moon.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. And, he does have an ego. That's why he wants to be known on TV all the time.
All right, I'm going to switch over to bets from today.
Oh, fuck.
This is her rant stream about JLR today.
Oh, fuck. No. Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. Okay, that's the same. What? She wears that same, coat, like that little thing all the time. That little coat all the time.
Yeah.
In Hendersonville, Tennessee, and has not been seen or heard from since. And of course, we got the number one clown of the circus running interference yet again.
Oh, yep, right here. Look at her. There she is. Running interference yet again in a fucking clown.
Saying a lot of misinformation. I just keep wondering, what in the world has JLR gotten right in this case so far? I'm going to wait for anybody to tell me what he's actually gotten right. Actually, as a matter of fact, what has he gotten right in any of the cases he's covered, like in the last 6 months? Like, what has he actually driven home? I mean, hell, even when he was out at that Danilo Cavalcante thing, right? He had the van drive right by him. You know?
What have you gotten right?
Like, he's a dum-dum. You know, a dum-dum that does misinformation campaigns all over the place. He's a fraudster. He's literally a 3-time convicted fraudster. He tried to impersonate somebody at one of the most severe unalivings of children we've seen. And people are just hook, line, and sinker into everything this man says. And I'm telling you, I'm getting sick of the emails when it comes to him. He has no facts on his side. He has no information that is even remotely accurate at any stretch of the imagination, at any juncture in any of these cases. And now he's wanting to sit there and say that I'm illegal. Hello, he's the one that advised these stupid parents to do this stupid shit. And now he's got to do damage control. And I know damn well it was his advice because I've heard the advice before, right? I've heard the advice before. And then he has Stephen Crabtree on there saying, oh, look, fishies. Oh, my God, fishies. We got fishies on the sonar. I know how to read a sonar. Okay, well, you may know how to find fishies on a sonar, but do you know how to put your engine into the water so it doesn't porpoise? I mean, I'm just curious. There. And not only that, not to knock Steve, and this is not a dig at Steve, but he knows darn good and well how many things he has brought into this case. And then a day later, 24 hours later, he's like, oh, well, maybe I should have looked into that. I'm sorry. And then he'll come out and say, I don't mind apologizing if I make a mistake, but we're hearing you apologizing literally daily for the mistakes you keep making in this case. Yet you have so much to say when you say you're not going to be involved in this case so much because you're too busy getting the attention of women while your wife is sleeping. He sat there and said that Tony was on all these TikTok, channels and everything like that, but it's really him. And
she always goes for like the low blow. She's doing for like this bullshit with the car thing. But she always goes for, oh, you could be cheating on your wife. You could be doing this all the fucking time. The biggest hypocritical hypocrite of this fucking platform all the time. She's like, don't say that about me, but I'll say it about everyone else. Fucking bitch. I swear to God.
She read that list off of all the things that JLR done. But Betty, you loved him. You told us that. He did all those things and you still loved him. But now he's terrible. Okay.
Right.
I fucking
And for the record, I have seen Stephen Crabtree go live when his wife was still right there. I saw her in the background. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, and there's one thing JLR did get right. He broke up with you. That was the one thing he absolutely did right. And I completely agree with him. He got that right. He broke up with you. That I agree with him. You know? And the second thing he got right was never mentioning your fucking name again. Because you're a fucking loser and a garbage human being. And I would want to forget about you too if I ever knew you fucking in person. But yeah, he got two things right.
And what has she ever gotten right in any case? We've never seen her be right on anything, have we?
No.
Mm-mm.
Sobbing like a little girl on these things, and I'm sorry. I don't like girlish boys, okay? I'm sorry. I just don't. I need a manly man, which is definitely not JLR, right? Because he's right up there with him, right? Lying, manipulative. The only difference is with JLR, he just keeps doubling down when he's got everything wrong. Maybe he should pass around some more bunk criminal history on a 40-year-old black man disguised as a 52-year-old white man. You know, maybe that's what we need to do. Well, Christine, I don't see you over there sitting. As a matter of fact, I see you rooting him on, aren't you? You're over there all the time, but you don't ever call him out, but you're here in mine calling me out? You've got to be joking. While he's sitting there steady attacking and bringing up absolute lies, but won't produce any receipts, just his mouth. Yet again. Oh, and of course, Steve Crabtree saying, looky, fishies. I mean, give me a break. This is not an investigation worthy of JLR. JLR does a better job than this. For him to be intentionally doing this, there's something more there. And when you look at PJ's comments to Magnolia, because, you know, PJ, Dolly, all them, you know, like I said, they all work together, right? You want to know why these messages are driven? Because they're all working together. I know, fishies. Look, I got fish.
Well, it's a hell of a lot better than saying we found something in Sebastian's case. We found something and it's a fucking car part or a t-shirt or something that has nothing to do with anything of Sebastian at all. Like his dad did, you know, that kind of shit.
Yeah, they kind of swim like this. Yeah, you can't miss them. Can't miss them. Can't miss them. You seriously can't make this stuff up. I just got your spy. I spy with my little eye things that are orange on a screen that go, wee. Okay? It was the most insane. I have never given Betty anything but flyers. Exactly. All a freaking bunch of horse shit and lies. And so you gotta wonder, why is this misinformation campaign going on? And
man, JLR fucking got under her skin, didn't he? She had triggered much.
We find out that, you know, this person was in Dollywood with his girlfriend, his home wrecking girlfriend at Dollywood, just around the same time that these bunk POs were signed. It was just one. And when she's like, oh shit, she's not going to get served. Then that very day, two more pop up. It seems awfully funny. And then we got, and what did I tell you? JLR, this smells like JLR. This smells like JLR. This smells like JLR. I bet you I know exactly what he said. I bet you I hit that nail on the head like what? And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, here we got damage control. He has to rear his ugly head because everybody's probably breathing down his neck because I'm suing these people, right? For malicious prosecution, you know? And now it's like, oh, well, she's going to have a warrant. Are you kidding me? Dude, if the only person that gets arrested for having money is you because you fraudulently steal it from people, JLR, or at least, you know, the 3-time felon he is. Okay, just because people have acquired money, just because somebody puts it up there after going through what I had to go through in Tennessee and buys me a steak. And actually, to be honest with you, 2 people purchased the steak. I don't remember who was the other one. I think it was Lisa and Tony. Both bought me a steak. I only bought 1 steak, I'll be honest with you. I didn't have room for 2. Right? So if that's the bar of what's criminal and what's not criminal. I think every single person here on the streets of YouTube must be a criminal and have felonies or warrants out for their arrest for getting money on their account. Holy smokes, on a monetized account. Who knew? Who knew? What a crime.
I don't think anybody said anything about a warrant for you getting money on your monetized channel. No one, I don't think anybody said that at all. I think what they said was if you keep ducking and dodging these, TPOs, you will probably have a warrant, but I don't think you can get a warrant for those either unless the judge orders one.
Right.
Please, Judge, please order one. I swear to God, it would be the greatest Christmas gift ever. Ever. But like,
Yeah, she just confirmed the screenshots too. Because she said Tony did pay her for the $50 steak. So yeah, the screenshot where he said, yeah, here's our girl. I paid for the $50 steak. Look what she did.
Yeah.
There you go. She just admitted to it right there. She just confirmed it.
yeah, she is confirming everything. And also I find it hilarious that this person is thinking now PJ and Dolly Vision are working with JLR. Is everyone working together to take down Betty? Because I like that memo. I would like that memo because I haven't gotten the memo that we're working with PJ, Dolly Vision, JLR. Soon she's going to say Justin, Molly Golightly. We're all going to be working together to take her down. Like, this is fucking unhinged. Unhinged. Like, no.
Delusional.
No. Not everyone's working together to take you down, you fucking crazy ass person. My God. And then she's sitting there, she's like,
Crime of a century. Crime of a century. Do you guys see how ridiculous this is? And there are literally people out there believing this horse manure. Like, they're like, oh, JLR, he's sued a lot of people. He must know what he's talking about. Well, how many of those suits did he win? Like 1%? 0.5%? Doesn't sound like a very good jailhouse lawyer, if you ask me.
But you followed his advice and you filled one out and allegedly let him pay for one. So the one you have against me, the one that was dismissed, the one that you just refiled, you know that one? Yeah,
Yes.
that one.
Just saying. I mean, if we look at his lawsuits, weren't they all lies? Wasn't he abusing the process himself? Seems like he doesn't mind abusing process. Seems like he doesn't mind abusing the process. Seems like he's a criminal. Might be a felon, like a 3-time felon. That womanizes. That likes to hurt women any way and every way he possibly can. Right? We know what he's done to his exes. I never thought he'd do it to me until I was in the hot seat. He is a production. Not only that, he went dark. You guys remember when we were doing work with him, Olivia and I, remember how bright and happy and how much color he had in his face and how he seemed so happy and jovial? Now look at him. He's in a dark house, in a dark room, wearing all black. He looks like a freaking creep. He looks like a...
Nothing has changed. He looked like that prior when you were allegedly dating him as well. So... nothing has changed. Literally nothing.
He actually looks happier, I think.
Stalker. The man has changed from the man we knew when he worked with Olivia and I. Completely has changed. He's gone to a very dark place. I don't know what's wrong with him, but what he's doing to Seth is wrong. And then we find out he's working with the Proudfoots and now trying to flip the switch and point at me. I don't work for Tony. I don't work for Seth. The only cases I work for are the victims. That's the way I've always ran this platform. Everybody on here knows that. I don't work for my audience.
You fucking liars. But you know what? I did notice that she's deleting all negative comments. Any negative comments she gets get deleted immediately. So I'm not sure if she's doing it or her mods are doing it, but she used to leave her comments on there. But now, as soon as a bad comment pops up, she deletes it right away.
Yeah, she used to say she didn't read her comments. I remember, a while back, she said she doesn't read comments, but she must be now.
She does. Yeah, she does.
Does she even look like she took a shower yet? Jesus Christ. Like, she looks so fucked up, like dirty. It's not even funny. I'm just saying. That was my comment. You can continue playing. She looks dirty.
I work for the victim and the victim alone. And trust me, if Seth was on the in the chopping block, trust me, I'd have no problem knocking his legs off, right? I would be out here looking at Seth But at the end of the day, that's not where the information leads this channel. When I was told how horrible Tony was, I actually looked into the man myself, and everything that I had read prior to that was nothing I could find. Remember, I'm all about mimicking what is being said. If I can find it and I can mimic it, then it's been corroborated, right? But the problem was when it came to Tony, I couldn't find anything that they were saying because I did look. And that's when I started looking at what was being passed around and realized.
You knew the dirty shit that was going on. Stop it.
It was being passed. And trust me, JLR does not make mistakes like that. That was an intentional and willful mistake, just like trying to point the finger and say, Seth, a man that was on camera at work, is the only suspect of the disappearance. Like, what idiot? Does he really think you guys are that stupid? Like, I'm really thinking that he actually thinks his audience is so stupid that they're just going to believe every little thing he says. And some of them are. And I'll be honest with you, some of them are. Magnolia, that's all he talks about. She's definitely who takes charge of their relationship. She's a psychopath. She is like a Katie Proudfoot 1.0 or 2.0, right? She has mommy and daddy issues. Her parents, whatever happened, she's been adopted. She lives at home with her adopted mommy and daddy. Except when she was staying over at Jonathan's, unbeknownst to me, when he kept telling me he's getting his air conditioning fixed. You know,
there's
the
something
house
wrong
is a
with
mess.
being adopted.
He'll talk to me later. Okay.
Can you pause this for just a second?
It's paused.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
There's something wrong with people being adopted, and then she's going off about Katie loving her stepchild, how that's not normal. What kind of life did you have? What kind of childhood did you have that, yeah, obviously she had a life with no love in it because, you know, like I've said before, I've got kids in my family that aren't even part of my family, but I love them just like they're my own. Anyways, that's all I want to say.
Well, her daddy probably did got her that house, and they're probably not talking at that point because she's such a fuck up. Her mother.
No, his house did not come from her dad. This is her ex-husband's house, allegedly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the correction. But
I
either
was just
way-
going to correct it.
All right. So either way, she didn't earn the house. She
He
doesn't.
probably had to give him the house to get rid of her. Sorry,
Uh,
beat him.
Great decision. Great decision from the ex-husband, actually. That probably was the best thing he ever did to get rid of this fucking person. But this person is basically just like, mother gives her everything, dad fucking probably doesn't like her. She has a horrible job, like no one like, you know what I mean? This is what happens when you give your kids too many things. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump down, guys, while you're paused. But Cheesy, B-Tim, Voices, Ellie, thanks for letting me come up and hang, Queen.
Absolutely. Thanks for hanging out, baby.
All right, I'll check y'all in chat.
We'll see you later.
Always
love.
nice to chat with you.
Yeah, look, she always thinks like this never happens, this never happened.
But she just continues to dog on stepkids and adopted
missing
kids.
Maria, a 12-year-old little girl, ends.
I didn't hear you, Cheesy. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. It was just one little tidbit. She just always dogs on adopted kids and stepkids. It's like, don't you think you have some adopted kids and stepkids in your chat, dummy?
Right.
Yeah.
To talk like that is ridiculous.
Right.
But yeah, look, this is what we were talking about. Listen to this. This 12-year-old girl, listen.
600 miles. Breaking news tonight, the frantic search for missing Maria, a 12-year-old little girl, ends 600 miles away with a 34-year-old Guatemalan national. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
Maria home.
A little 12-year-old girl, Maria, goes missing from her own home. Her parents fear she has been lured by a much older man. What?
And she fucking was. So yes, it does happen. Yes, it definitely fucking does. She reached out to her dad via messenger and told her dad she was 600 miles away with a grown-ass man.
I have to thank you, Queen, for not playing the whole Nancy Grace thing.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to do the first little part on there, just that she was found. You know what I mean? It was 18 hours ago, but it was like breaking news that this 12-year-old girl was found. She, you know what I mean? After she was basically kidnapped, but, you know, run away, whatever. She was missing, period. You know, she was missing. But yeah, kids get lured out of their houses all the fucking time. Social media, it's like I said, I've been saying this from the beginning. It's the belly of the beast, man.
Well, since Sebastian, we've seen it how many times? I mean, you know?
Yeah.
Your liar pants on fire. Yeah. He's probably terrified of her. She's a big woman. Might sit on him. I don't know. Stay away from Capricorn men. Oh, absolutely. And Geminis. No offense. I'm just joking, cheeky. Just throwing this out there. Could Craddock have been sitting on his hands? That's what I was thinking too, Princess. To be honest with you, I was thinking, this because, if you notice, they're trying to do the caucus at the local GOP. I didn't even know he was Republican. Who knew? The local GOP to push him through while we're having the vigil where all the people are in Clarksville. So I'm thinking, I might have to be at that event in Clarksville, maybe a little fashionably late while I picket my signs and say, what are you doing for Sebastian's case out here? What makes him so good for the job when he doesn't even give a crap about his community enough to show them a little bit of respect? Right? He's wanting them to reelect him and pay him money to be their sheriff, when this is probably the most pivotal case of his career. And look how he's treating his community. He won't put them at ease. He's making them all feel unsafe in their own community, and he has control over that, and he doesn't care.
Wait a minute.
Well, yeah, when, you're allowed to go run a fucking muck there.
They feel unsafe because he didn't just go to the media and just tell them everything. Maybe
Right.
they're unsafe because there are a bunch of crazy YouTubers from all over the country riding around with cameras, talking about how they're bringing a machete into the state and talking about reciprocity of getting a gun and jumping out of their car while in the middle of a road to run at someone. Maybe those things are making people unsafe. I don't know. I mean, apparently I got corrected. So the person about a gal says the house was from her ex, but it went into foreclosure and her dad paid it off. So I guess that's the whole thing. So anyhow, I don't know. I think the multiple crazy people coming into the state doing that is more frightening for the community than, him not immediately going to a, press conference every month. So you can have like some video to play for your shitty channel. But Betty, you should run for sheriff.
Yeah, she'd make a good sheriff, wouldn't she?
Absolutely.
I'm sure those people would feel nice and safe.
Yeah, I just want to see her with a cowboy hat on. I'm ready for sheriff, guys. Woo-hoo!
I've said this before, but can
Lorlar
you
said if he
imagine
asked about the sheriff's
her in
connection,
charge of finding
and all
people
they would
guilty?
say is he's not.
Sorry, can you imagine her being in charge of finding people guilty? Oof.
Hell no.
Buddies with the sheriff. That's before the old one died. Yeah. And it wasn't, and actually the old one that died, that was the one that was connected to Ginger, which is friends with, I believe, which is friends with Kathy Bowersox. Not necessarily Chris Proudfoot. But we have way too many people saying that there is internal interference from friends or family that work inside that department. And you know what? It worries me because in these smaller communities.
Peggy, Betty has a machete. She posed with it. She said, take a picture. Everybody get your picture. And she threatened to take it to Tennessee with her.
She also said the people used to call her Machete Betty. That was her nickname.
I've never once ever heard anybody call her that. Never, not one time.
Back when she wanted a machete, people were calling her that.
Maybe she wanted to use it to cut her hair like Molly Golightly. You know, maybe she thought it was a good way to cut her hair.
Yeah, she posed with it for a picture.
Word gets around fast. And you have to contain the information. And I believe somebody's leaking information to Chris and Katie. And I think that's why they shut the hell up. Or they could have went ahead and got an attorney, right? At least Ronnie Lawson was a little more transparent than Eric Craddock. And it makes you wonder why. Why isn't Eric Craddock or his department being transparent in this investigation? We don't need to know the details of the investigation that would interfere or hinder an active and ongoing investigation. But hearing from the sheriff that, hey, you know, we do care about this boy. This is a boy that you know, take personal responsibility. That a boy disappeared under the sheriff's watch, and he cannot produce that child or find that child. And that there are real concerns in his community, not only about leaks coming from his office. This is my coffee. If you'd like to take over the show, I'm all for it. You know, still trying to nurse my horsey throat. Would you like to take over? You got something to say? Are you gonna knock over my camera? She's on the move, guys. She's on the move. You gotta sit down. What? What? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you. Yes, you are so sweet. Thank you. I love you. I do love you. Thank you. Thank you for the kisses. What a sweet little girl.
That dog might need to go to the vet after that.
I agree.
Yeah, she hold on here. She Literal Davis fam did a little video.
So now she's complaining that there's leaks in the office, but she doesn't know what's being talked about. But there's apparently leaks. Which is it? They don't tell anyone anything, or they're leaks? That poor dog. I swear that poor dog. And she had to intentionally lift that dog on her bed, by the way, because her bed is 3 mattresses high. And I doubt the dog is able to jump like fucking 4 feet in the air. She's not answering that door. But even Molly's telling her to answer the door because she's saying like, oh, they could take your guns if they get that going. But this one, oh man. And she has the crown back brace, you know, sleeps with the crown. Very interesting. Very interesting. She's growing her gray in, and I actually think it looks better and healthier. Yeah, it looks a little bit less horrible, like some sort of like strings or stuff like that. That is true. But too bad she doesn't actually, like, you know, clean her house and, you know, eat right. It was very interesting that she called, you know, JLR's girlfriend overweight and fat. But, ma'am, you might need to look in the mirror. You eat too many fries. Let's just say that much. You see stacked new mattresses on top of old ones. Yes, that's quite interesting, actually.
Have you seen her special pillow?
Yes, I've seen the special pillow, the crown pillow.
I was like, oh my goodness sakes. This is a nice little pillow there. It's got a big ass fucking crown on it. Look. I got it on mute, but watch this. She circles the pillow.
Funny.
See, this is a good video. This is it's like 6 minutes long, but this is she said this is literal Davis fans video. It's actually a really good video. But that pillow fucking cracked me up.
Little Davis fam has been doing a good job.
Hell yeah, she has been. Here, I'm gonna pop it in here. Let's see here.
So she sleeps with the filings. She sleeps with a crown pillow, and then she sometimes sleeps with a queen.
Right, she sleeps with the binder of court papers, a pillow with a crown on it, and a blanket with crowns all over it. Can we say you are? Oh man,
like
overly fucking obsessed with me, bitch. Come on now.
And she was disappointed that you didn't show up at the courthouse the first
Oh
time.
my.
I'm surprised she doesn't ask for your fucking autograph at this point. Like, holy fuck.
Oh, hold on. Peggy said, I know she's got a machete. When I said, who has a machete? I was asking, like, who in their right mind has a machete?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know anyone uses a machete unless you're in a jungle or something. Like, honestly, or I don't even think gardeners use fucking machetes or something like that. I don't know who uses machetes, to be honest with you. You know?
Peggy, she's always had the small machete. Now she's got the big machete, so.
Hey, Patty, I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, love.
I'm sorry. So he doesn't mind apologizing when he gets things wrong. It's just we're always hearing the apology. You know, I would think that at this point, this juncture, 6 months in, he would actually step back, verify the information before he states it, so he doesn't have to constantly be recanting or retracting his statements. How many times? Like, I would like people to send me all the times that Stephen Crabtree has said something, and literally the next day or the day after him retract.
There she is, right there, right there, sending her fucking little minions to go do shit for her. I would like everybody to do this for me. That's how she says it. Send me anything you can. Send me anything you have. Send me this. Send me that.
Didn't Crabtree and her have a conversation and work things out like a while ago? I remember we watched that live.
Yeah, one of his mods kept deleting her, muting her and shit.
Yeah, I remember that. What happened? So he made a video describing the radar, and now she's fucking going at him again.
No, he said bad things about Tony.
Okay, that makes sense. Shocker. Let me guess, Tony's in the chat as well. Is Tony in the chat? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if he is or not.
Meanwhile, accusing everyone else of working together. Everyone, apparently, according to Betty, everyone's working together. Dolly Vision, PJ, JLR, Queen, Savage, Illuminati, Deeds, Jones. The list goes on. The list goes on and on. The list is like literally everyone in the true crime community is working to take her down. It gets to the point of like, okay, man, it's maybe you need to reevaluate certain things. Like, it's just weird, man. It's so weird.
Track that. I bet you we would have like at least 10 items that he has told the world that the very next day or the day after he's like, well, I got that wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe I should have done better research. Well, that's been the problem this whole entire time. Even the self-proclaimed investigative journalist can't seem to get the facts right. Doesn't fact find anything, just rolls with anything that looks damaging or something that's going to take the focus off the Proudfoots. Seems a little funny that all of a sudden this investigative journalist somehow just can't seem to get the facts right around this case either. And everything that he does is to help and benefit the Proudfoots. Even this unsubstantiated claim, nobody gave a rat's ass about what Seth was going through with a woman claiming that his son's alive and she's got proof.
That's because nobody was buying that bullshit. We already knew it was bullshit. We knew it was bullshit when she was putting the shit in the fucking group. Come on now. What the hell?
You know what the sad thing is? Betty's probably more angry that it was in JLR's Facebook group and not hers. That's so that she can report on that and get some views from it. That's what I think. I think that's why she's so angry with that one. She's like, damn, that could have been in my Facebook group and I could have reported on that misinformation and got views. Fucking JLR. Son of a bitch.
And we do have to take everything JLR says with a grain of salt, because he has taken a lot of his information off that Facebook group, and we've seen some of the information that's been in that misinformation, I should say, in that Facebook
Just like
group.
Bets.
So,
Same with her.
Right.
You got to take it as a grain of salt. You can't,
Right.
can't trust these folks, right? Shit.
I'm just saying, none of us are promoting what JLR is saying. It's just, you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
Just a little
That cheats
disclaimer
on
there,
women,
Queen.
beats women, tries to destroy his ex-girlfriend's channel, and look at it, he cheated on both of us for a year. I don't have to retract that one. I'm proud of you, brother. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I think they feel sorry for the Proudfoots and think Sebastian took off. No, they don't. No. I've worked with Jonathan neck and neck. I mean, come on. For 2 we were on the road for 2 years. I know how that man thinks and operates. Let's be real. Okay? These aren't mistakes. These aren't him. No. He knows damn well, good and well, how to analyze a case properly, and he's choosing not to. And he's choosing because he got his feelings hurt. Because if you look at those conversations, which I've got screen captures of them, PJ and Magnolia, oh, you should, it comes right back down to Miss Magnolia, right? Queen bitch herself. Excuse my language, my pastors. Every now and again, I need praise, right? I need prayers. Right, we go. Prayers.
She needs prayers. She needs prayers.
She needs a therapist.
She needs a prayer. She needs a prayer.
She needs more than prayers. I believe in the power of prayer, but I don't think prayers are going to help her.
And it comes down to her being butthurt. And her boyfriend, remember the man that cheated on her for a year, or actually cheated on me for a year. But either way you look at it, he cheated on both of us for a year. And she just, they said such mean things about him, the things that the United Cajun Navy said. Well, you know what? The United Cajun Navy wasn't Seth Rogers. His head was confused. He was losing. He lost his son. He was trying to find his son. He saw a nonprofit instead of these two yahoos, Magnolia and JLR, just backing off and giving the man some breathing room. They decided to attack him. What a great woman she is. Sounds like she's taking a lot of her child trauma out on an innocent man. Maybe she needs to go get her head checked right along with her boyfriend, her narcissistic, ill boyfriend that likes to sit in the dark and act like he's sleuth.
Fucking done.
Wow.
So did he sit in the dark and act like a sleuth when you was with him too? Was you guys like top sleuthers together? Did you guys feel like he was in the FBI together, sitting there with your laptop side by side, trolling folks?
Oh, yeah, she probably figured they were the power couple.
Doxing motherfucking people and shit.
Yeah.
You guys were, doxing, my kids out, making videos, emailing my fucking neighbors, all that shit. Was you sitting next to him doing that with him? That kind of shit? Was y'all sleeping in the dark with that or what?
Maybe the Chili's while doing it.
I don't know. They was probably a little busy at the Chili's.
It's probably the Chili's. And she's going to need more than prayer. She's going to need the power of Christ to compel her. And an exorcist, probably. 2, maybe. We need Dominic Sapatre. We need that whole fucking song being sung without stuff happening too as well. Maybe the Pope needs to come in as well. I swear.
The man's went dark. You guys have seen him. You guys seen how bubbly his personality used to be. And look at him now. He sits in a dark room in all black. And occasionally he'll bring out his crucifix so you still think he's godly. A man that cheats on women, beats women, tries to destroy his ex-girlfriend's channel in life. Let's not forget that. All behind the scenes, by the way. Right? And then comes out here, this YouTuber sounds like she's going to get herself in trouble. Listen, buddy, I'd worry about your own self and your own felonies that you keep committing. Sir. Just saying. Sir. To who? Who, Yada? Could give my contact information to him, please. Who's him? Chris and Katie will do and say anything to distract from Sebastian. Yeah. And so will JLR, right? He's been making it about Seth. Not one time is it about Sebastian anymore. It's about Seth and Tony, right? And it seems awfully funny. We're looking for a 15-year-old boy here, and all of his commentary is pointed at Seth and Tony.
Yeah, it's all about Seth and Tony, right? All about them.
For a guy that's working for Chris and Katie, allegedly, Mr. JLR, it seems like him stating that he believes Katie is the #1 suspect kind of goes against that whole narrative. But of course, Betty's not going to say that and say that JLR actually believes Katie is the one that has all the answers. She wants you to believe that JLR is just completely on Chris and Katie's side, and he's just working for them. And it's just like, she's just full of shit. And it's like, anyone that actually would watch that video, would know that. And believe me, I don't like JLR, but I'm just trying to say, like, you're misquoting him. He's been stating that he believes he's not working for Chris and Katie. He just thinks that everything is fucking weird. And that's I don't agree with them with the whole thinking that it's Chris and Katie because there's no evidence, but like, you're misquoting him. You're acting like he's, trying to protect them. He's not. But unfortunately, Seth Rogers hired an idiot known as Tony Mathis, who's the worst PR guy I have ever seen. He's worse than the PR guy from the Valdez oil spill in New Orleans with the BP one. He's worse than that guy. Those people. He's terrible at his job. He does all this stupid shit behind the scenes. And also, I think he's just been very negative in this case. And the worst and most negative thing he's done in this case is bring this idiot known as BHB onto this situation and just destroyed any chances of any actual professionals coming in and sitting down and actually, helping. So, yeah. Simple as that. But whatever. Whatever, Betty. Let me see. According to the creator, that is only go hand the hardly here anymore. JLR was extremely embarrassed at that. I can believe that. She's not going to bring receipts. She's just an asshole. Let's just says things.
Don't you remember she is the receipt?
She is the receipt.
She said that a while back.
But look how much she has looks fucking aged 20 years. Like she opened the Ark of the Covenant in fucking Indiana Jones. She looks terrible.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if those are actually washed clothes and she just doesn't throw her clothes on the floor and just wears them again. Just because she's just lazy or something. I don't know. That coat that that little what do you call those things, that jacket around her? That thing I've seen a sweater. That sweater I've seen a lot of videos. I highly doubt that sweater's being washed.
I can't say anything. I have a sweatshirt, a hooded sweatshirt, zip up, that I wear a lot in the house, and I wash it once a week.
Interesting.
I wear it if I get cold. I wear it, and I'm a person who doesn't wear things more than once. But yeah, I have that for if I get cold. But I don't wear it all day long and eat in it and sleep in it and everything else. It's just if I get a little chilled, I throw it on my shoulders. But
interesting, very interesting.
But my regular clothes, if I wear something once, I wash it.
Okay.
Whether even if I wear it for half a day. So.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
If anybody cares about my laundry.
You just gave us your whole fucking laundry.
Everybody knows how my hygiene is. I am a very clean person.
Well, you couldn't just say, yeah, I agree. That's just you have to give us oh, well, I have this one sweater I really like, and I wear it every day, but only when I get cold. And I also do my laundry routine every day.
Well, I don't wear the sweater every day. It's just if it's chilly out. I'm in Minnesota, remember?
Whatever.
Sometimes it gets a bit chilly.
Yeah, Minnesota, but you wear Crocs. Okay.
I do. I wear my Crocs. Sometimes I wear them with socks.
Oh, jeez. Queen's is waiting for us. You can hit the play and I'll just shut up. By the way, Queen, I don't think it's anything else.
I'm just trying to fill dead air.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I don't know. This woman just seems to be seething. So
yeah, I agree.
I mean, does this look like a winner? Nope.
No.
That's not the look of a winner. That's a look of a loser. That looks like a loser to me. Someone sitting in her 3-story tall fucking bed with a crown and filings from a crown pillow, filings from a lawsuit, a dog, drinking some sort of, I don't even know. She calls it a cappuccino. I call it just adding milk to the coffee, but whatever. And she's just sitting there seething about her ex, her supposed ex on the bed, while wearing old clothes and probably just, and having her dog just be ignored for hours on end while sitting on the bed. It's just a great life.
Just get over it. I mean, come on. He's just not that into you, so get over it. He's moved on. You move on.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We could see who's moved on. JLR has moved on to bigger and better things. Well, Betty is just staying in the same place that she was years ago. Angry, bitter. And she's like, why did no one love me? No, why does no one want to date me? I want these strong men. Ma'am, strong men don't want women like you. I'm sorry. They don't. They don't want overbearing, fucking wackadoo women who run around the country, who can cook horribly. I'm sorry. You're just not going to get that type of man. Like they said, a way to a man's heart is through his belly. Well, how you cook, you're not going there anywhere near that man's heart. Let's just say that much. Your personality sucks. Your personality is abrasive. It's very confrontational. A guy who's a very masculine guy is not going to like dealing with that type of bullshit. Your job makes you stay up all hours of the night, act screaming into a camera. So if he's a guy that wants to work like a 9 to 5, he's not going to like you. You don't clean your house regularly. It's all a fucking mess. Your job is all over the place. You scream constantly, and you're in constant lawsuits with fucking people. So I guess that's probably why you're not dating the strong masculine men. And most strong masculine men, they don't want to deal with that. They want to deal with, a woman that has, her shit together, probably has, a set hours of routines, probably knows how to cook, that doesn't cook like green meat. Just something like that. It's just a thought process.
I do have to disagree with her though. Stephen Crabtree he seems like a pretty manly man. I seen him come in on TikTok in his all sweaty and stuff from mowing the lawn with the muscly arms. Yeah, no, he ain't a girly guy.
Yeah, I would say Chris.
Yes, I think he's attractive.
Crabtree is like kind of what you see, like a southern guy. He's got the boat, probably can go hunting. That's what you usually
drinking a beer.
He's drinking a beer. He's like, but notice his wife probably has a job, maybe or not. Maybe takes care of the kids. Probably knows how to cook. Is not an abrasive, crazy person. Just a thought, Betty. Just a thought. I mean,
but he seems like he's a nice guy. I mean, he's a manly man, but he's also, and he seems like he's got a big heart. So he's probably a nice guy. That's the way my husband is. My husband's a manly man, way to go sports, knows all the sports stuff. He can fix my car. He can build me a house. He's muscly. But he's not afraid to cook me dinner if I'm not feeling well. You know?
Yeah, and the thing is that like what Betty's trick, she wants like this independent, manly man that just does things himself. No, what you want, Betty, is you want a spineless man that you're able to easily push around. But the problem
Right.
is that you're trying to go for this manly man who's independent. He's not going to handle any of your shit. He's probably going to say, "Go fuck yourself," and walk out the door. Like, that's simple as that. You know, you can't handle that. Can't handle a manly man. Sorry, Betty. If you want spineless men, that's what you got to go for. Because that's the only men that's going to be into you. Spineless, weak men who probably will just settle for anything. Probably giving up on life. Probably contemplating the very end of their lives. And they just, they just settle with you. So,
Yeah, I don't believe that she could be with a man that is forceful. That puts his foot down.
Because like a guy's gonna be like, "Ma'am, shut the fuck up about YouTube. We're
I
eating
think
dinner."
I think she wants to be the man.
Yeah.
Not a gender thing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In a role kind of thing,
I mean, just saying, like, and she's like, "I want this southern strong man." It's like, no. Queenie, you back?
Yep, I sure am.
Okay, cool. We were filling the dead air with our
Yeah,
conversation.
I was listening to you too.
Cool.
Chatting. I know I got some stuff I got to get done, get the kids from school and stuff. So I will catch y'all on the flip side. But I appreciate you hanging out.
All right, you have a good one. Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Later.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, Cheesy. Bye, B Tim. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for showing love. Those of you guys that sent memberships and super chats, I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Have a good day, guys.